What up? What up? What up? What's popping? What's going on? What's the deal? What's the deal? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. Let me make sure all my shit sounding crisp and right. Sounding like how it's supposed to sound. You feel what I'm saying? All right, let me just do the check real quick. Hold on. How come I'm not? Hold on. I'm not hearing myself. I gotta change the system preferences. Hold on, I'm not hearing myself. Give me 1 second. I gotta change the mic preferences. Hold on 1 second. Input, output. Gotta change the mic preferences. All right, here we go. Here we go. You guys can hear me now? Hold on 1 second. All right, you guys can hear me now? So press one in the chat if you can hear me now. Press 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Press 1. I just want to make sure. Press 1, put 1 up if you guys can hear me. 1 is good. Y'all good? Okay, cool. Cool. We are in business. All right. Cool. All right, and we good. So what's popping? What's going on, everybody in the chat? Bannertown, Nathan Noble, Akeem, G-Dog, Mike Free, G-Money. What's good? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Well, let me put the donate to the show. Let me put the link up so you guys can donate. Oh, God. Lucario. Man. All right. So, what's good? Akimi from France. That's what's up. You saying it's a little bit choppy? Let me see. All right, from on this end, it looks okay, but we gonna get it in. We gonna do the thing. Before we get into the topic, remember, make sure you guys check out the book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, ebook, hard copy, or audiobook. Make sure you guys go to mrlocario.com to get your copy today of this book. Go to mrlocario.com. You can get the hard copy or the paperback, however you want to say it. Get the ebook or the audiobook, right? So if you don't like to read, you can get the audiobook. So you got no excuse. You know what I'm saying? What's poppin'? Johnny Gat was good. Oh, my fucking allergies ain't acting up right now. But anyway, you see how much for the book? The hard copy is, what is it? $47 or some shit, $49 for the hard copy. The ebook is $27 and the audio is $97. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys get the likes up. Get those likes up. All right. So now, talking about how only beta males play games with women and manipulate women. Kelvin Larkey said, how do you donate without PayPal? I think I got a Cash App, but I can't remember what the fuck it is right now. But I'll hit y'all with that later. What up, Joe Blast was popping? But appreciate the donations, man. Whoever's sending donations, appreciate them because they help with this shit, getting this shit popping. You know what I'm saying? Because all this shit costs money. You understand what I'm saying? All this shit costs money. But anyway, so shout out to everybody in the chat. And so what I want to talk about is how only beta males play games and manipulate women, right? So you might be saying, well, really? Don't alpha males also play games with women and manipulate them? Now you have to ask yourself a question. Why would any guy need to or feel the need to play games and manipulate a woman? Think about that. Think about that question. Why would a guy feel the need to play games and manipulate women? Right? Now, the reason is because the reason why guys will play games and manipulate women is because they want to get sex. You understand? They want to get sex, exactly, to get more pussy, Captain Masterpiece, exactly. Right? So what happens is, and G Money's a low self-esteem, exactly, because they'll play all these games because they think they need to play the games to get the girls. The clubs, you said, running game and manipulating women is different. People misinterpret game. Facts. Because people think that when you talk about game, they instantly go to manipulation and lying and a bunch of bullshit. Now, that is a form of game, because manipulation is a form of game, but beta males do that shit. You understand what I'm saying? That's the game beta males use. Now, they do this manipulation and play games because they want to get sex, right? Now, see, an alpha male, a guy who is, on top, you understand what I'm saying? He doesn't have to play games and manipulate to get sex. So the reason why only beta males play games and manipulate is because that's their strategy to get sex, because they feel that they can't get sex otherwise. You understand? They feel they can't get sex otherwise. So no dude who's an actual alpha male is going to play games and manipulate women. I'm going to say that again. No dude who's an actual alpha male is going to play games and manipulate women. You understand? Because alpha males don't need to play games. They don't need to do manipulation. Shout out Solo TV 84 in the building. You said, I got a thick paw coming over Sunday. Taking extra mackerel root. You stupid. This nigga. Solo TV crazy. But yeah, that's the thing. See, and G-Check, you said, what do you consider playing games? That's a good question. Playing games is when you are doing things that are inauthentic to try to get a certain outcome. Okay? Playing games is when you're doing something inauthentic to try to get a certain outcome. So, for example, if, let's say, you are talking to a girl or whatever, and this girl is like, hey, I really, I really want like a serious relationship. I'm not trying to run around here and do a whole bunch of crazy shit. And, I really want that type of thing. And then so you say to her, yeah, I want that type of thing too, even though you just want to smash. And then so what happens is that you start acting like the type of guy that wants that type of thing. And then what you do is that when she lowers her defenses, you end up fucking her and then you bounce, right? That's playing games. So you had to play that type of game. You had to be doing that type of shit in order to get the sex. You understand what I'm saying? But that's beta male shit. You understand what I'm saying? You see what I mean? So the thing is that if you were an alpha male, all you would do is you would say, listen, this is what I want to do. I just want to have sex. I just want some casual. I'm not trying to do that other extra shit. Now, if that girl's like, hey, well, I want something more serious, then you're like, all right, cool. Well, listen, you have my number. When you change your mind, now notice the words I'm using. I'm not saying if, I'm saying when you change your mind, right? Holla back at me. Now, I've had plenty of women who I said that same thing to, and they holler back at me. Sometimes it takes, a week. Sometimes it takes a few days. Sometimes it may take a few months. But I get a lot of chicks who would have hollered back at me based off of me saying that. So I'm not trying to trick her into fucking me, because I could go get another chick to fuck, right? But I tell her, hey, listen, this is my stance on shit. You holler back at me when, you're ready to make this happen. You see what I mean? G-Money said, what if she says she wants to just be friends, but talks in a sexual flirting way? That's an attention whore. That's some attention whore shit. First of all, no chick wants to actually just be friends with you unless she is not attracted to you. You understand what I'm saying? And so if she's not attracted to you, all she's going to do is just use you for attention. You see what I mean? But understand that, as you said, it's not easy just to get a chick to fuck like that. Yes, it is. See, that's the problem. A lot of dudes, man, y'all need to talk to more women. And not only do you need to talk to more women, y'all have to have more sexual charisma. Y'all have to have more, y'all got to step your sex appeal up. That's really what it is. Because it's not hard to get chicks. Listen, man, I've been in situations where, like I remember this one time, I was actually out, or I left the crib, and I was expecting to have a long night out. You understand what I'm saying? I was expecting to, because I was meeting one of my boys and shit too. And I was expecting to have a long night out, chilling with my boy or whatever. And kicking it, right? So I'm dressed real good. I'm smelling real good. I'm just like on point heavy, right? So I get to the spot, and my dude, he didn't get there yet. He's like, yo, I'm running late. I should be there in the next like half an hour. I said, cool, right? Then as soon as I get into the fucking place, the first girl I talked to, like, it was like, I come in, I'm walking, and I see her looking at me, and I look at her, and I just start talking to her. We talking for maybe like, I don't know, 20 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes the most, in that range. So probably 25 minutes to 45 minutes, somewhere like that, right? And this chick, she's trying to take me back home with her, right? And I don't even think if I remember correctly, I didn't ask her to go back to her place. I'm waiting for my friend, right? So she's like, hey, do you want to come back to my spot? Right? So I'm like, cool. So as we were talking about this, my friend walks in, and I said, bro, I'm gonna have to catch you later. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just talking to this girl for, less than an hour. And now I'm going back to her spot and fucking. You feel what I'm saying? And the thing was that I was just expecting just to chill the whole night and talk to some chicks, exchange some numbers, maybe make out with some chicks, and then probably by the end of the night, knock something down. You understand what I'm saying? But it was the first one. But that's because I was exuding that energy. I was already feeling myself heavy. And so she felt that energy and was like, yo, I gotta snatch this motherfucker up. But women will do this. And again, I didn't have to lie. I didn't have to play games. I didn't have to manipulate. Right? I didn't have to do none of that shit. See, only beta males need to do the trickery. Because if they were getting sex, if they were getting girls by just being who the fuck they were, they wouldn't have to do the tricks. They wouldn't have to do the gimmicks. They wouldn't have to do the manipulation. See, somebody asked again, what's the definition of playing games? You standing there talking to her, acting like you don't like her when you do. That's playing games. A chick hitting you up and you taking 2 days to hit her back. That's playing games. You understand what I'm saying? What up, handsome bachelor lifestyles popping? That's what I'm saying. Dudes who are beta males have to play. They don't have to, but this is what they do because they think that's what they have to do. Right? Because they don't believe or they don't see that a woman would actually be interested in them. So they have to come at with these fucking goofy ass things. You said, but those tactics attract women? No, they don't. What tactics attract women? All that game playing, that don't attract women. See, y'all be thinking... Oh my goodness. Y'all be thinking all that goofy shit is attracting women. No, it doesn't. What it does is that it Okay, G-check. So you said not being so available. Okay, that's a good example, right? What would not being so available matter if the chick don't like you anyway? Think about this. Think about this. If a chick is not interested in you, what difference does it make that you're not available? Or you said not showing all your attraction, not showing. What difference does it make if she's not into you? You understand? So, for example, if I'm talking to a woman and she's not into me, it don't matter what the fuck I'm doing. See, that's the problem. Dudes would say, well, when you talk to a girl, don't show her that you're that interested because, that'll get her to chase you. Really? What is she chasing? If she's not interested in you, she ain't chasing you. That's like me talking to a gay dude, and the gay dude is interested in you. And I tell the gay dude, hey, listen, bro, when you go up to my friend over there, just act like you're not that into him, and then he's going to chase you, right? Don't validate him, and then he's going to chase you. No, you're not going to chase him because you ain't gay. You don't like niggas. You understand what I'm saying? So when a chick don't like you, all that shit you're trying to do don't even matter. You understand? So what I'm saying is that when you're dealing with women, because even the other show, Duke called in, he was talking about, well, should you not, should you not like, what do you say, kiss a girl or touch a girl on the first date or some shit? You need to see if the chick likes you. You said, and that is exactly the point. You don't understand, Lucario, being themselves, as you said. They don't get girls like that, as you just described, and that's why they use tactics and manipulate. No, they're not being themselves. ADLSN335. They're not being themselves. For example, I was chilling one day with my boy at this spot, and there was a dude there, and you could tell he was one of these dudes who couldn't get girls because he was watching me and my friend talking to these girls. And so I said to the guy, he was like, oh man, I see you guys doing this, doing that, whatever. So we started talking to him. And then so we rolled up on these other girls, and all three of us is like talking to the girls. And this dude, I'm watching how he's talking to them, right? And he's being all scared to say shit. He's all uncomfortable in his own skin, right? And so he's not really being himself, because when he's talking to us, he's being himself. He's relaxed, he's chill, he's joking around, he's having fun. But as soon as he talks to the girl, he's all like, oh, I don't know what to say. So it's not that these dudes are being themselves. They're actually not being themselves, because when the guy was chilling with me and my friend just talking to us, he would see chicks and he'd be like, oh, damn, she's hot. I would do crazy things to her, right? But then when we go up and approach her, he don't say none of that shit to her. So is he being himself or is he being fake? Because if we over there and you telling us that girl across the room you want to do things to, how come when we go across the room and talk to that girl, you don't tell her all the things you want to do to her? You understand what I'm saying? That's not being yourself. If you was being yourself, you would have told her what the fuck you was thinking. You see what I'm saying? But dudes ain't doing that shit. So don't come to me with this, oh, well, they are being themselves and they can't get the girl, so that's why they use the tactics to manipulate. No, you're not being yourself. You understand what I'm saying? And these dudes, they use these tactics and all this other stupid shit because, again, they don't believe that they can actually make women attracted. They think women aren't going to be attracted to them. You understand? Ronnie, I'm telling you to be authentic. See, what's funny about it is that a lot of you guys would get way more success if you weren't scared to just really be real with a chick. You understand what I'm saying? Just be real with a chick. But y'all scared of a chick walking away from y'all. Y'all scared of a chick rejecting y'all. That's the problem. And so this is why a lot of beta males do play games and do manipulative tactics, is because they fear rejection. So they're always trying to, get away from the rejection. Because this is the thing, on a subconscious level, this is what's going on, is that if I play games with a chick and I try to manipulate her, what I'm doing is I'm putting on an act. So even if the girl rejects me, or let's say the shit don't work out, I can sort of still feel safe because I wasn't really being me. But see, when you're being real, when you're being you, this is it. This is you. And so you don't want to feel that a woman doesn't want the real you, which is why you play the games. You see what I'm saying? Dudes is just scared. Dudes are scared like a motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? It's crazy. But that's the thing. A lot of dudes, they play all these games and do all this goofy shit. And usually what happens is that on the surface, shit may actually come their way, but it's never, it never is anything substantial. It's usually a goofy ass chick who has some sort of mental issues. It's a bunch of dumb shit. Unique 97, he said, Unique 78, he said they're scared. A bunch of rats, hilarious. But this is what happens, guys. If you are playing games and manipulating chicks to get sex, understand that that's beta male shit. Understand that's what's going on. Understand that's what's going on. It's that simple. But see, that's the thing, because again, if you were getting women without manipulation, you wouldn't need to use manipulation. You understand what I'm saying? Easy be easy said, we are here for help. Give us a break. No, I'm not giving you no breaks. I'm not giving you no breaks because, see, let me tell you guys what happened or what's been happening for a long time. See, you got people on this platform who give you the real shit, right? But a lot of dudes don't want to hear the real shit. A lot of dudes don't want to hear the real shit, right? A lot of dudes want to hear shit that's going to make them feel good. You understand? A lot of dudes they want to hear shit that's going to make them, feel like that, hey, I feel good in my bullshit. My bullshit is justified. Like, you know what I've seen and I heard? I've seen dudes say, Locario, he shames men. This is what I've heard. Hey, like, Locario, you're shaming men. You know why they say I'm shaming men? Because I like to hold men accountable. And you guys watch a lot of bullshit that don't hold you accountable. All they do is get on their videos and talk shit about women all day. Oh, these bitches and hypergamy and body counts and, monkey branching and yada, yada, yada and hitting the wall and all that other stupid shit. You understand what I'm saying? All that stupid shit that doesn't really do anything to help you. So when I tell dudes, man the fuck up, take responsibility for your shit, do what you say you're going to do, stop lying to these women, right? Then dudes be on this shit like, oh, but they lie to us, and they flake on us. Why can't I just do that? And, but why? I'm like, Jesus Christ. Shout out to my dude LDA in the chat. Shout out to my dude KZaggin20. What's popping? What's popping? Man. Shout out to my dudes. KZaggin and LDA. Let me know if you want the fucking the link so you can come on. Let me put my my email in there for LDA. I don't know if LDA has my email. So my email is askmrlocario@gmail. Send me an email and I'll send you the link. Totty, can you said I made a donation? Appreciate it. I'm gonna have y'all call up in a second. So Adrian said, Locario, will our authenticity scare some girls off? Yes, they will. Yes, it will. And that's what you want to happen. That's exactly what you want to happen. You want your authenticity to scare them off. You understand what I'm saying? You want that to happen. So don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't sit there, worried about that shit. You want that shit to happen. You want your authenticity to scare them off. You understand what I'm saying? You want to weed out the chicks who are not for you. You want to weed out the chicks who are going to be bullshitting you. The ones who are going to waste your time. You understand what I'm saying? But let me put the phone lines up. So guys, you can call in 646-481-3901. 646-481-3901 is the number. You guys could call up. You guys can call up. Matter of fact, where's my phone at? Oh, it's over there. Yo,
Mr. Locario.
What's popping? What's popping? What's going on?
How are you?
I'm chilling.
Yeah, so going off of this topic, and after thinking about yesterday's topic, from now on when I go on Tinder, I'm just gonna say no hookups, because that's what I'm all about, right?
So you're gonna say no hookups on your Tinder?
Right?
Are you about no hookups?
No.
All right, so don't say that shit, nigga. Why you trying to play games, nigga? Stop playing.
I'm just kidding.
You know. So what's good with you though?
All right, so going on this topic, I do agree that being authentic, that's the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I worry, what if the real self, this is
Yeah, you got a lot of air coming. You outside or something? What's going on?
Yeah, sorry, it's windy outside.
All right, so we're gonna get one question from you. And what was the question?
They're saying that what if the real you scares people off? Everybody, repulses everybody off.
Mm-hmm.
Every girl is tolerant.
Well, this is the thing. The real you is see. First of all, you got to ask yourself: are you being the real you? You feel what I'm saying? Hold on, I'm gonna answer off the line because that wind is killing me. I'm gonna answer off the stream. When I hang up. So you got to ask yourself: are you being the real you? That's first of all, because most dudes are not being the real them. You understand what I'm saying? Second of all, you gotta interact with more people. This is what people don't understand. You gotta, because look, if you're being the real you and you're interacting with more people, you're gonna find the people who want to fuck with you. You understand what I'm saying? That's what happens. You find it's just like YouTube. People got channels, millions of channels on YouTube, right? So those people get an audience that gravitates to who the fuck they are. It's the same shit. You feel what I mean? It's the same shit. But the calling number 646. So AT, I know you wanted to call up. You can call up. Totty, you wanted to call up. You guys can call up. All right. Yo, what's popping? Who's this?
Hey, what's going on, Ricardo? It's Apollo calling, AT from the chat.
What's good, fam? What's going on?
Chilling, man, chilling. I did have a question. It was, I guess, related to something. I think you did it or Miles did it, one of y'all, like a nice guy versus a good guy.
Right.
My question is, all right, for me, I was the proverbial nice guy, putting on the act, wanting to be women's friends, thinking that was the way to get in and realizing, that shit never works. And but you know, I found myself being, I feel like a good guy, where it's like, you know, respectful women, because I have daughters, you know, mother, all that stuff. So even though I only, you know, do casual dating, open relationships, even or if a chick is just a fuck buddy, you know, I'm still treating them with respect. Like, you know, we hanging out, kicking. I like to laugh, joke, you know, lay back.
Right.
You know, we kicking, like offering something to drink or whatnot, do our thing. But sometimes I run into, is that coming off as almost like relationshipy, boyfriendy type of energy? Because even though I'm very upfront, you know, I'm only one casual date, I'm seeing other people. Sometimes I feel like girls think, oh, because we, you know, chill, kick it, laugh, joke, or whatever, that maybe I'm looking for something more. And then, like the last few girls, because one asked me like, oh, do you like to cuddle after we had sex? I'm like, hell no, I don't like to cuddle. And then it seemed like the next day she was like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I met somebody, but also you saying you didn't want to cuddle threw me off. Another girl, you know, was like, you know, wanting to kick it. And then when I said, oh, I have a date with somebody else, she was just like, oh, I can't do it anymore. So it seems like, am I sending mixed messages?
Well, see, it's the thing. The thing you gotta differentiate is the girl you're dealing with a fuck buddy, or is she a chick you gonna date? You feel what I'm saying? That's one thing. So once you smash a chick, you know, maybe once or twice or whatever, right? Then you say, okay, this chick is gonna be fuck buddy, or this is a chick I'm gonna do other shit with. You know what I'm saying? So you got to decide that from the beginning, so that once you decide that, you treat her that way. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is, you being a good guy in that situation scenario doesn't necessarily matter. It's just that the actions are the things that matter. So if I'm dealing with a chick and I'm like, okay, she's gonna be a fuck buddy to me. So then all I'm gonna do is have her come through. We gonna have sex, and then I'm gonna be like, all right, well, you know, we gotta keep moving. And then I'll see her again next week. We have sex or whatever. We could probably talk for like maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Ain't nothing deep, but I'll see you later, or I'll come to your house. So now she knows the action is we just fucking, right? Now, if I'm dating a chick, right, of course we're gonna be fucking, but there might be times where I'll be like, yo, let's go check this movie real quick. You know what I'm saying? But what happens is in each of those situations, the main thing you gotta understand is that you don't want to give them too much time. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. You don't want to give them too much time. And a fuck buddy, you the only time you really want to give that chick is really you know, fucking, and then you keep it moving. But if you're dealing with a chick you're dating, if you don't want to give off that boyfriend energy, right? Don't let her spend the night at your house. You understand what I'm saying? When you date her, just see her maybe, you know, once every week and a half. You know what I mean? And you just keep it like that. So it's not anything, because what happens is a lot of times what guys will do is they'll do too much too soon. You understand what I'm saying? They'll start seeing a chick 2-3 times a week when they first start talking to her. They'll start talking to her on the phone for 2 hours. They'll, you know what I'm saying? They'll start buying her gifts and shit, doing a whole bunch of extra shit. And then if you're like, well, I'm fucking with this other girl here, then the other girl is like, I don't want to fuck with you no more because I thought we was more than what we, you understand what I'm saying? She's going to get the wrong idea. So if you keep the shit light and you keep the shit chill and you keep the shit, you know, very, you know, once in a blue moon type of situation, and you don't spend too much time with them, then you just do what you do. And they'll get the picture based off the consistency of how you're doing it. So if I'm seeing a chick and she's just a fuck buddy and I see her maybe once every week or two, right? Then she understands that, hey, I don't see this guy all the time. So we meet up once in a blue to fuck, and that's what it is. Or if I'm dating a chick, but I don't want to give off that boyfriend energy, like I'm just, you know, with her. Of course, she already knows that I'm dealing with other women, but at the same time, my actions also dictate that I'm dealing with other women, meaning that I'm not seeing you 24 hours, 7 days a week. I'm not talking to you all the time and none of that shit. You see what I'm saying?
Right, but because I had situations where it was like that, but still because I felt like, you know, maybe, like you said, you know, we talk and laugh and here and there, that if we're still only seeing her once a week, we weren't texting every day, we weren't going out, but because maybe, you know, like you said, still of just chilling, you know, I wasn't just talking 2-3 minutes, 20 minutes, half hour, you know, being funny or whatnot, you know, even watch TV a little bit, but still stating all I wanted was sex, was, I guess, my action of them thinking that maybe it was more than what it was, and then the reality hit them like, oh shit, I guess he really is what he says he's about. But
well, the thing is too is that if you tell a girl all you want is sex, that's all you should be doing with her. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So everything has to be congruent. You understand? It has to be like, so I'll tell a chick all I want is sex if we fuck buddies. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what it is. All I want is sex from you, right? But if I'm telling a girl all I want is sex, but we go into the movies, that's mixed signals. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So you can't. So that's the thing. You can't sort of have that vibe of or tell her, oh, I just want sex and that's it, and it's nothing if you're doing all this extra shit. Because if we're doing all this extra shit, we dating. Doesn't necessarily mean you're my girl, but we are dating. And sometimes what happens is that the dating situation lends itself to a woman thinking that you're going to be more than just a guy that she's dating at some point. You'll probably be her boyfriend. Because the point of the dating is actually in a lot of cases leading to boyfriend shit. You see what I'm saying? So if you have no like if you're dealing with a girl and you know there's no way you'll ever be her man, you shouldn't even be really dating her like that. You understand what I'm saying? It should just be a fuck buddy situation. You see what I mean? Because if you start dating her and doing all this other extra shit, what happens is even if you just wanted to do that and you're like, well, I like her, she's cool, I still want to hang out with her and kick it with her because she's a cool chick. She's not going to, like, women can't understand that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so she's going to take it a certain way, and then that's going to make her act funny, and which is going to probably cause her to leave. You feel what I'm saying? And make it more.
That's what I run into, like you said, where I knew she would never be a girlfriend, wife, any of that, but she was cool enough to kick it with. But like you said, I guess because she wasn't cool with just like, just that type of situation, it started I had a few girls act funny like that.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't, listen what I'm telling you, you can't do that with women. You have to have them in a fucking box. We either fuck buddies, we dating. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can't be a fuck buddy that I kick it with. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. you can't have that because it's gonna blow up in your face. You see what I mean? So again, if a chick is cool, right, you could date her, but understand that dating her is she's going to be, understand at some point she's going to expect for it to be turning into something else. And it doesn't mean you have to make it to turn into something else because you do whatever the fuck you want. But understand that that's going to be a headache for you because you've took it down that path. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to choose either or what you're trying to do. So, because the thing is, I've never actually spent a significant amount of time with a woman who I didn't want to be my girlfriend. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's either we fuck buddies or we dating. And if I'm actually dating you, then that means that I'm looking at you as a chick who could potentially be my girlfriend. I'm not dating you just to whatever, because I already know what that's going on. You understand what I'm saying? I already know it's going down that path. So if a chick is cute and I like fucking her, but I know I would never wife her up, I don't ever do anything but fuck her. You understand what I'm saying? That's it.
Oh, right. Okay, I see what you're saying. Like, don't blur the lines. Like,
exactly.
Fuck buddy, treat her like a fuck buddy.
Exactly.
Okay, and then I was going to ask you that along the lines of what you said about dating a girl, given the fact that you're married and you have a girlfriend and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So how does that essentially, work if you feel like there's a girl you want to meet that maybe she could be a girlfriend, but still you're going to still be seeing other women. You let her know up front what the deal is with that, and then just see if she's cool with being that, or see how she operates, or how you. Yeah,
well, that's the thing. Well, my girlfriend now, right? She when we was first dating, she knew I was seeing other women. You know what I'm saying? And so it's the same protocol. It's like, I'm seeing other women, she's seeing other dudes or whatever. And we just kicking it and we doing our thing up until the time when it's like, okay, now we're officially together. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same type of thing. But the thing is, it's like I wasn't treating her like a fuck buddy because I wanted more than just a fuck buddy situation with her. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You have to treat the women based off of what you want from them. You see what I'm saying? And you can't blur the lines, because women, they don't understand that shit. You understand what I'm saying? You can't just be like, yeah, we kicking it, but we not. They don't. That's you speaking a whole different language. You understand what I'm saying? like that shit is not gonna. It's not gonna work.
Right. Oh, I definitely, and that's what I seem to be running into because I guess I'm blurring the lines a little bit. Even though I feel like because I'm consistently saying, hey, I'm fucking somebody else. You're free to do what you want. I'm seeing others. I guess it's still blurring the line because I'm not just treating them straight as a fuck buddy. Right, because see the what you say and what you do have to match. You see what I'm saying? Right. So that's the thing. So if it doesn't match, then that's where the drama comes in. You feel what I'm saying? Oh yeah, definitely. That's where the bullshit comes in. You see what I mean? And off the topic, what you were talking about, like it's as far as like you said, being authentic for you, being I've done a nice guy role and seeing that shit backfire in my face over time. Once I started, getting into the game, and I've been played and had girls, diss me left, right, center, especially being overweight and all that stuff. I heard some hard shit, but I didn't let it deter me. And then once you start, like you said, dating, be authentically myself and talking to women, it's scary at first. I know other guys in the chat room talking about like, oh, will you scare women off? You will. Right. It's just a fact of life, but I feel like once you get to who you are, the women that you want to deal with being yourself, it's much easier to deal with them being yourself than trying to be somebody else. Exactly. That's real talk. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because I appreciate the info as usual, man. All right, bro. Appreciate the call, my brother. I'm going to holler at you, man. All right, be safe. Peace. All right, Totty, call back up. I want Totty to call back up. Hold on. Wait, let me get Totty. I think, let me see. Is this Totty?
Yo, Mr. Ocaria.
What's going on? Is this Totty?
Yeah, how you doing?
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, just a good topic again on playing games. Like, for example, I used to play games with women, and funnily enough, they would turn around and be like, well, I'm just trying to fuck, so I don't really want a relationship.
Right.
From there, I just started saying, I just want to fuck, and a lot of girls are happy to do that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But see, the reason why dudes don't experience that is because one, they don't exude that sex appeal for a woman to even want to come out and say that shit like that, or they never let a woman know they want to do that. They're too scared of the rejection. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like for the guys, it's the easiest way to portray that is just to say you like a body part, like an arse.
Right, and then just make it sexual.
Yeah. That's it. And if they don't like it, they don't like it. Like there's a block button for a reason. And yeah, if they love it, great. But three quick questions. I won't take too much of your time. I usually stay quiet, like on my dating phone. And I just let the women speak. I never start conversation. Would you consider that a form of playing games?
You say you do what?
I'm silent on my phone. I never start conversations with women.
You say you're silent on your, like what, you call a girl up and then you don't say anything?
No, not like that. I never start conversation with them. When they start conversation, I do conversate with them, but I will never start a conversation with them.
So you say you never start a conversation with them?
Yeah, as soon as I get their number, they say hello and then.
Oh, so you just wait for them to hit you up?
Yeah.
No, that's not playing games. That's just you waiting for them to hit you up. See, playing games is really about you doing something like sneaky. You understand what I'm saying? To try to get her. You understand? Yeah. You're just saying, well, I want the chick to hit me up because I don't feel like having to do too much of the work. You see what I'm saying? So that's not really playing games. Play games has to do with more of like, being sneaky, being manipulative, all that other shit. You see what I'm saying? So playing games would be if, let's say when they hit you up, you say some stupid shit to make them think you don't like them because you think doing that is going to make them chase you. That's playing games. You see what I'm saying?
No time for that, man. I'll tell them
right.
The first fight, and if they don't like it, cool.
Right.
And that's how it should be for every man. But second question, lockdown might end in about 2 days in England. And I don't know whether to set things up now or set things up after lockdown ends.
We said it again?
Lockdown, or quarantine, is apparently about to end on Sunday, and I don't know whether to start things or start setting things up now when the girls speak, or wait till after lockdown.
Nah, do it. Yeah, speak to them now. You know what I'm saying? Hit them up now. because you want to set some shit up for when it does end, that you could meet up with some chicks. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, cool. And then last question quickly. So some of the girls I don't hear from in ages.
Mm.
Is it right to just delete and block, but I don't want to look butthurt?
So you saying that should you block or delete a chick that from when?
From my WhatsApp, just from my phone.
I mean, yeah. If you're not like, why would you want to block them? What's the reason? Are they stalking you? They acting up? Like, what's going on?
Oh no, nothing like that. It's just once I block, I don't feel the temptation to go back. I'll put it that way.
I mean, yeah, fuck it. If you feel like blocking them, block them. You know what I'm saying? Like, or delete them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, great. Thanks for the answers, Nicario. Have a good show.
All right, man. I'm a holla. Peace.
See ya.
All right, LD, I'm trying to get you to send me an email at askmrlocario@gmail. I'm trying to open that shit right now so I could send you the link. All right, yo, what's poppin'? Who this?
Yo, Cario, good show, by the way, man. I'm enjoying the show so far, man.
Appreciate it. What's going on with you?
What's up, man? Yeah, I was calling real quick about a couple questions. You was talking about the playing games.
Mm-hmm.
Have you considered playing games? Did you hear me?
Say that again?
No, I was saying, did you hear me clear?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Yeah. Would that be considered playing games, right? Let's just say you go out with a chick, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that? And I do that, and I want to make sure too that I'm being straightforward, so that that's not playing games. So I'm a type of guy, like when I meet a chick, right? Even though that's the chick, I'm the type of guy, like if I meet a chick and I like the chick,
mm-hmm.
I like to start off as casual sex. But the chick said, "What are you looking for?"
Mm-hmm.
But even though I'm looking for casual sex, and like you always say too, if the chick playing her role, it could lead to something serious. Because I don't like to just say one thing, and next thing you know, you ever met a chick like you only want to keep that fuck buddy,
mm-hmm.
but you end up liking, and a chick is cooperating. Like, okay, damn, she doing boom, 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 boom. Let me see how long she's gonna keep it up.
Mm-hmm.
I can make give her what she want if she's doing those things on my checklist.
Mm-hmm.
So would that could be considered playing games? If I tell a chick, I'm looking for casual sex, so because me, I like to have start with sex, like have the chick go out on one date, feel a vibe and stuff like that, stuff like that, and fuck, and have the chick come over and you just keep chilling, having sex, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then as time progresses, let's just say after the fourth week, I'm like, okay, this chick's cool. I'll take her out on another date. I'll take her out just to chill and think about myself and fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be considered playing games?
No, see, the thing is, playing games is only when, again, if you're doing the things you want to do. You feel what I'm saying? If you're doing the things you want to do and she's following the things you're trying to do, right? Then you're not playing games. You see what I'm saying? So if you're saying, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to get this popping, I want to get that popping, then, you just make it happen. But if you're trying to do shit where you're trying to be manipulative, you're trying to be sneaky, you're trying to say I'm going to do one thing. Like, if this is the thing, if your intentions, for example, right? Let's say your intentions were to hook up with a girl, like that's all you wanted to do. But you tell her, I don't just want to hook up, I want to look for a girlfriend. That's playing games. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're saying one thing, but you're doing the next. You see what I mean? But LDA and K Zagan, I just sent y'all a link, so you guys can hit up the joint. But yeah, that's the thing. So you ain't got to worry about, too much of all that other extra shit. It's all about, if what you're doing is authentic, then it's not playing games. If what you're doing is inauthentic to try to get a certain result, that's playing games. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I was just saying that too. Like, you know how most guys too. I was telling my boy that, and he was saying that too. Like, he don't like, because like I have my boy, my homeboy, who said that too. Like, it's best like when a guy says something like, "Oh, let me get to know you." It sounds better than you mentioning the sex. Because I always come that too with me. I like to start with the sex.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I want to see if the chick gonna really fight. Like I said, most chicks, all they want to do is time waste. I know that's when you mention sex, you want to see who's gonna be the time waster. You know what I mean? The one that's gonna use you. Because the chick's not gonna want to fuck you if they don't like you. They just want to waste time. Go out and get that too. Go out talking on the phone, use up all your energy. So you never meet them. Like, see chicks online and be like, "Oh, I gotta get to know you some more." And then what happens? The guy who gets to know some more, and the chick stop contacting the guy after a couple of weeks. He just sat there and gave the chick all the energy. Now she don't want no more. Where he should have cut it short. Be like, "Yo, let's meet up for a drink." Boom.
Nah, real talk. Well, yeah, that's That's the thing, like, you know, but see, a lot of dudes see going indirect, right, is not necessarily playing games, but you could play games if you are indirect in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? See, it's hard to play games when you're direct. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you're actually direct and you're really saying what you're trying to say, then it just is what it is, what you're talking about. But if you're being indirect, you can act a certain way and not really be authentic with how you're acting to make a certain outcome happen. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. But here's the thing though, the last thing though, even though you said the man gotta be direct though, why do the woman usually do the indirect or get what you don't? Wouldn't it go both ways though? Like, wouldn't it mean that too? Like the woman would have to be doing the same thing you're doing. Like, what for instance, what you trying to be direct with the chick, and the chick is doing indirect. So can you put like, but don't. That's what I was saying too. Go back to what we said before. But I feel like too. So don't you also hold a chick accountable too for being indirect with the guy or also misleading too? Well,
hold on. Let me shout out to my dude LDA in the building. What's going on, fam?
What's going on? What's going on?
What's popping? So the question was, so you were saying if the girl's being indirect, should she be held accountable for being indirect? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, just like the man. Remember too, I feel like too, that's why a lot of men think, I would say to this society, and I'm pretty sure too, men been doing that shit from the beginning. You know what I mean? So like I said, but I'm saying that too, I feel like too, why I see a lot of men keep playing the woman's game, because women know that too. They have what we want.
Well, this is the thing. You gotta understand something real quick. Is that women generally are gonna be indirect about shit, because that's how they go about shit generally. You see what I'm saying? They're not as direct as us. This is why us men generally, we're leading the woman. We're directing her in a certain, in a certain place. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not about what they're doing. It's about what are you trying to do when it comes to dealing with the woman. But LDA and K-Zagan, what y'all think about that? Because he's saying, women are indirect and women will do a bunch of manipulative shit. So what, why can't the guys sort of call them on it or whatever? You know what I'm saying?
Because we're men.
He said because we men.
Look, this is what I want guys to understand. Some of you guys have not accepted this responsibility. But just in case you don't know, men are natural born leaders. Okay, some of us have picked up that mantle and accepted that. A lot more of us have run from that responsibility. And when you're too worried about what women are doing, and you're saying, well, women do this, we should be allotted the same scenarios to do our bullshit. That's windy as fuck, man. My bad. Okay, no, bro, we're not. Damn, it's windy as hell. Can you still hear me?
You probably gonna have to take ass inside because that shit windy as fuck.
Yeah, you're in the wind tunnel.
Hold on, LDA, go ahead and take it, man.
Pretty much what King Zach was saying is you got to understand women are going to be indirect. That's their nature. They're not going to be direct with you. You got to face it and be okay with that. But you got to be direct as a man and know exactly what you want even before she even shows up. See, a lot of times guys wait to the woman to show up and then they want to do all these things. No, just be direct. Hey, this is what it is. Stop stuttering and stop waiting until she shows up. So when she shows up, she automatically falls into your program. That's what it comes down to.
Facts. That's some real shit. Shit.
Okay. So Victoria, now real quick though, fellas. Now, even if I'm going to date with a chick, right? So can I be telling her on the phone, be like, hey, you know what? Even though I don't want to go out for some drinks, I'm gonna let you know that I'm just looking to fuck, so that and have a good time after our date. I'm just going in to fill you out, but I'm still looking for sex.
Well, listen. Hold on. Let me say something real quick. You don't need to explain your whole damn itinerary to a chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do what you gonna do. You feel what I mean? So if you say to yourself, hey, okay, I'm gonna take this chick out for a drink, fill her out a little bit, see how I'm feeling her, and then if I feel her and everything is cool and we vibing, I'll take her back to my spot. That's what you say to yourself. So when you go on a date, you go back and forth with her, you interact with her, you see the vibe is cool, and then you say, yo, let's go back to my place and get it going. That's what you got. You don't have to like explain everything King Zach was like, he would go in.
Caller, it sounds like you're asking for her blessing, bro. It's like you're giving her a rundown of your shit, and you want her to check off the boxes. Like, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, we can do this. Yeah, we can do that. God damn, this fucking wind, man. I'm gonna go inside in a minute, man. I feel good out here, though. Look, goddamn, you not hear me, man?
Yeah, you a little bit. You got to go in the crib because that wind is kicking your ass.
Like
your ass.
Look, real quick, man. I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna take my ass inside. Look, fellas, for all y'all listening, just do what the fuck you want to do. If the chick is down with it, cool. If she not, all that means is you and her are not compatible. That's all that means. But you guys, y'all try and force compatibility because you're so infatuated by whatever woman you're dealing with. She ain't the one for you, bruh. Move on. There's billions of women out in the world. Come on. Go get you one. Y'all got it.
Facts. Oh, man. Nah, real talk. So you got that? You heard all that?
No, I appreciate it, brother.
All right, bro.
Yeah, definitely, man.
I appreciate the call, man. All right, peace. LDA, what's good, bro?
What's good, man? What's good, man? I was driving in, do a little shopping here and there. I said, let me jump on, man, because you're definitely on it.
That's what's up. Oh, let me get these calls and see who. Yo, what's poppin'? Who this?
What's up, man? It's back there from London.
What's going on?
Not much, man. I just wanted to talk about the difference between being direct and being indirect.
Okay.
Some of the stuff, but I mean, like throughout my whole sexual history, you know what I'm saying, on this earth, I think there's been times that when I first started like messing with girls from the age of 17 to now, like I was a mixture of both. Like most of the time it was indirect and I did get results from it, but then there were times where, for example, there was this girl that texted me once, and she came to my house. Like she came from a club and she went to stay at my house. And then she came to my house and she laid in my bed and stuff, and I pretty much just took her clothes off and started fucking her. You know what I mean? Without saying anything. I didn't even mention sex. So I'm saying, is there like a, do you think that like there's a way, there's a like in between being direct and indirect? There's like something in between it.
LDA, you want to take this first?
Man, you sound like you're indecisive. I mean, no shots at you, man. It's like you're indecisive, man. It's you're either or. You got to be direct with women. Women look for leadership inside of a man. She wants to know, will you tell her, have that red dress on Friday night with those heels, and I'll meet you there, or I'll be to pick you up at 8 o'clock. They're not looking for you to be any like that. Like Steve the Dean said something that I really caught on to him. What he said, who has the tighter pussy, you or her?
Right.
And so you got to think about it. You have to be direct with these women. And direct does not mean crude or being brash. It's just saying exactly where you're coming from. You're coming from your chest. You're coming from inside. Anything else, she's gonna sense that you're being fake.
Right.
What part of the States are you from, LDA?
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, well, I just wanted to say, what I mentioned when I mentioned the indirection to the career, I was basically saying when I first started messing around with women, I was being indirect because I was just getting my feet wet. I was inexperienced, but then as time went on, like 2 years or 3 years into it, like when I hit 20, that's when I started like being direct. So I would say being direct works more, but online especially, I actually have a Tinder bio which I paid for, which I had customized, but kind of customized it myself with the help of someone that I know in real life. And it states on my bio itself that I want to have sex, and although my matches did get halved, all the girls I got matched with wanted to fuck, basically.
Okay, well,
You know what I mean?
King Zaggin, what you, King Zaggin, you looking like an itching to say something.
I'm trying to figure out what he's calling for exactly. Because at first he's talking about being indirect, and he's saying, well, I used to be, now I'm not anymore. And it's like, bruh, look, when you're indirect with women, there is something fear-based about that. Period. There's something fear-based. It's a fear-based tactic. In my opinion, it is a fear-based tactic to be indirect. And in fact, I would say being indirect is being disingenuous. Because y'all have to know this, man. When y'all approach these women, all of them know you want to fuck them. They already know that. You know what I'm saying? So when you're being indirect, you know, you basically, you know, going around the bend with the shit beating around the bush with what she know you already want. So y'all have to understand, women be sitting back, man, just watching y'all make asses of yourselves, man. Looking at you like, man, you doing all this shit. You know you want me. Just come out and be a man. Say it with your chest, like LDA was saying, and let these chicks know what it is, man. What the fuck y'all scared of, man? What the fuck she gonna do to you, bro? She gonna beat you up, nigga? I mean, what she gonna do?
I just want to say something. Like, I definitely agree with you because I mentioned this to the Cairo before. Like, I've had sex with about 70 girls, and 85% of them have been by direct. So I'm saying the main reason why I'm direct, especially, and I agree with you. I'm just saying in the beginning I wasn't, but I'm saying, like, I understand where you're coming from. But the main reason for me being direct is because of my location and where I am in the world. You know what I mean? Like, especially as a black guy, and I only really go for white girls. You know what I mean? So I have to be direct because the volume of women I'm approaching is less. So I have to be direct because if I'm not direct, I'm not even gonna get what I want and I have to approach more girls. But so,
caller, what does your location have to do with anything? I don't understand. What does your location have to do with anything? There's still women, bro. I'm in San Antonio, Texas. LaCurle's in New York. There are women in both places, bro. It makes no difference, you know what I'm saying, where you at on the map. You know what I'm saying? Women are women, bro.
Now, what I'm saying, the reason why I'm saying because of my location is because of the types of girls in my area. Most of them I don't find attractive, you know what I mean? So I have to really I have to really travel out and go to certain places. And I will be honest, I'm quite lucky to be in the location I am because it is quite easy to meet girls. There's a lot of guys don't really know this. It is quite easy to fuck girls in London. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of guys in London are not really as direct as guys in the United States.
Well, see, the thing is this, man. The thing is this is that, okay, you could get chicks being indirect or direct, either way. The thing is, though, guys got to understand the difference. The difference is time, energy, and money. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. So what happens is that you can get sex being indirect. It's gonna usually take you more time, energy, and money. And you can also get sex being direct, but it's gonna take you less time, energy, and money. You see what I'm saying? Because so what happens is that when you're direct, there's nowhere for the woman to turn to except for to respond to what you're saying and trying to do. You see what I'm saying? When you're indirect, it gives the woman a lot of time to play around in the situation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm saying I agree with you. Direct is more you get more results because I'm a testament to that because 90% of the girls I fucked have been from direct. You see what I mean? So it definitely does work. But the thing is though, is like guys who don't have the confidence, like for example, like guys who watch your videos who are just starting to, because you teach in the game mainly, you know what I mean? So these guys that are building up their confidence and they maybe got one day where they're confident because they watch your videos or be on the Babylon membership. If they try to be direct a lot of the times, because they don't really feel confident, it's not going to work. You know what I mean? So it's only really going to work if you feel confident and you feel good with yourself. You see what I mean?
Well, why would you not feel confident though? Why won't you? That's part of the whole thing. You should be feeling confident in general. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be your default is I feel good how I am and what's going on with me. You should already have that, right?
Yeah. I'm just saying like it's good the vibe. If a guy doesn't feel good when he says it, it's the woman's gonna feel like he's not really being serious, so he's not as confident. So a lot of guys probably might get rejected not because they're being direct. It's mainly because they don't feel like what they're saying.
No, I agree, but that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that that's the basis of everything from the beginning anyway. So that's something that's supposed to be there before you even doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? But LDA, look like you itching to say something.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man. You've been talking in circles for the past couple minutes. I'm just being honest with you. I don't know you. I appreciate you, and I'm just saying you talking in circles. I don't care what it. I said something to Red Pill Chauvinist. We were going back and forth. There's no excuses in 2020. There's no excuses. There's so much information from Mr. Lucario. Listen, my brother. Listen. You've been talking in circles. First you weren't direct, now you're direct, and now you saying with the guys that come on, they may be direct, they teach you they may not be ready. Listen and come down to this. Mr. Lucario said this when I was driving the car down the hill to come to listen to this. You have to be in your authentic self. Women can sense it a mile away when you're being phony and baloney or whatever the case may be. And she can tell when you're coming with a bunch of excuses. I understand where you're coming from. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, if you're talking to us like this, I guarantee you may be talking to women the same exact way because you're dealing with men. Right. So you're talking to us like that and talk. I'm like, man, my chicken wings getting cold over here. I'm waiting for a break because you're talking in circles, and it's nothing but love, man. Trust me, nothing but love. It's nothing but love, and I'm not trying to. I'm just saying, man, you're talking in circles. There's no excuses. London, Cleveland, New York, Texas, it doesn't matter. Women are the same way everywhere. It's the biological way.
I think, you know what I'm saying, if you come to London, it will be a bit different for you, though.
Oh, my goodness. But caller, we'll if we come to London, we'll let you know. We'll see how it goes. All right, bro. Appreciate it. Oh my goodness.
Dude,
all right. All right, the calling up people 646-481-3901.
Hey, I would have more respect for him if he stood on his bullshit.
Right. Yo, what's up with this?
Hello?
You.
Yeah, it's Nez from London.
Oh shit, Nez, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How you been?
I'm chilling.
How's the rest of you chaps?
Chilling. We good.
Yeah, I see you're doing another three-way again.
Pause. But go ahead. What's the question?
you should get Ron Wills today on the live stream.
Yeah, shout out to my dude Ron. Hell yeah, we gonna make that happen. But what's good with you though?
No, I'm good. What? Picking up where that last caller left off about being direct. Sometimes, you know, being too direct and too forward doesn't work for women. Because I was texting this chick a few months back, and she was fit. She was just my type, and we were texting back and forth, kind of flirting and stuff. And then when I tried to be direct, I think she might have taken it the wrong way somehow, and she ended up blocking me because we were talking about, you know, I was talking about, oh, you know, you must have a wild side and blah blah blah, and she was saying that's my only side. You know, like, I'm sure you have a submissive side as well. And she said some shit like submissive, no one should be submissive. That's some toxic masculinity shit there. And then she ended up blocking me. So sometimes it just depends on the girl. Like, different girls have different personalities. You have to
it don't depend on the girl. Why y'all keep acting like everything is up to the woman? It's up to you. Y'all act like y'all have no power, man. Y'all act like literally y'all have no power at all, man. It's sad.
No, what I'm saying is you don't know how they're going to react, though. Different chicks will react.
Who give a fuck how they're going to react? Why do you care? Y'all care too much about these random women, man.
But look, this is the thing, though. You was dealing with because you're saying that you can't be direct with her. Y'all weren't even really like, you weren't even really being direct, though, because you didn't really say nothing directly. You were just talking about some shit. She didn't like what you said, and then she just blocked you because she was probably a feminist. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't like hearing what you said about submissiveness, and that was it. But either way, that's a good thing because that just shows you that's a chick you shouldn't be fucking with. You understand what I'm saying? That's all it is. Because look, the direct shit always works, meaning that either they gonna fuck with you or they not. That's it.
Right, that chick was hot though, so like it was kind of Yeah, she was most likely a feminist, but you know, one of the rare hot feminists around, not like these ugly, fat, green-haired ones with the problem glasses and everything.
Wait, look. If she was so hot, why you didn't try to sleep with her, bro?
Sorry?
If she was so hot, why didn't you try and have sex with her?
But I was trying to have sex with her. I was trying to escalate it.
No, you wasn't.
And
no, you wasn't. You was playing patty cake, nigga. You wasn't trying to have no sex, bro. LDA, you got it, bro.
The one thing is, like, there's so much contradictory information out there. It's like, Lucario, you keep saying, you know, you should be, well, first you say you should be direct with them, and then you say you can be indirect with them and still get laid. And
no, you can't. That's not contradictory.
Steve the Dean says stuff. Steve the Dean says some shit along the lines of, you know, you can just like fuck and chuck women like that. And Miles says similar stuff. And then you got like guys like Alpha Male Strategy saying that you can lie to women to just get the pussy as long as you don't treat them like sluts afterwards. And Satori says,
brother, let me say something to you. Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right. Stop. What's happening is, this is something that you got to understand. There are going to be multiple teachers in one person's life. You got to know how to disseminate what applies to you and what works for you. What works for you, what works for one teacher may not work with another teacher. So you listen to all these different guys, which is good. I know all of them. But the thing of it is, you got to say, hey, I'm going to try this in my life and see how it works. You have to test this out, because if not, it's just theory. And so you can listen to everybody's theory, but until you test it out for yourself and say, hey, and you take notes and say, hey, this worked, this didn't work. So you can't, now what you're doing is you're saying these guys said all this, and you're putting the blame back on them instead of looking in the mirror and looking at yourself. What can I do as an individual to make it work for me? Don't look at the teacher, because they're just a messenger. You got to look at the individual, which is you. How do I apply this to me?
Right. No, I understand that. That's true. It's like what Bruce Lee said. You need to pick out the big bits that work for you and discard the rest.
Right. That's what it is.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's all it is. But this is what I'm saying. You guys got to go out there and actually apply what you learn. You know what I'm saying? Because you still got to see how it feels for you when you're doing whatever the fuck you're trying to do. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but obviously the culture thing kind of fits into it as well. Yeah, that's still relevant because in different countries you have different customs and social norms and cultures as well. Like in a majority Islamic country, you can't just go up to a woman and say like that you want to fuck her and stuff, because you'll get lynched in the street. So, you know, like,
boy, y'all got more excuses than a nigga in jail, bro. God damn. Y'all got excuse after excuse after excuse of why not to man up and let your nuts hang with these women. You don't live in an Islamic country. You live in England. What the fuck that got to do with you? Come on, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Still, like people here have different upbringings. Like English chicks, the white ones, you know, the ones that I go after, they're probably like the most subtly racist and shallow people like on the planet. Because I was raised around these people. I went to like nursery, primary school, secondary school, university with them. I was born here as well. So like in school, like the white English or the white British kids had their own clique.
Hold on, Nez. I'm gonna tell you a story.
So it's kind of the same.
Hold on, Ned. I'm gonna tell you a story. Ned, I'm gonna tell you a story. Okay, once upon a time, bro, I was coming out of a convenience store. As I'm walking past a car to get in my car, a woman rolls down her window. She has the traditional habib that Islamic women wear. She had that shit on. She is speaking to me in broken English. Basically, she calls me over to her car. She tells me that her parents are very strict, very traditional, but that she wants to make me her little secret. This is what she tells me. Okay? She was from Iran or Iraq, something like that, could barely speak English. Okay? Looked very traditional. You know what she saw? She saw this nigga that was dark, nice looking, right? And she said, fuck it, I gotta have him. All her values and traditionals went out the window. You know what I'm saying? Because what she saw was a woman. I mean, she saw a man, my bad. She was a woman that saw a man. Y'all know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Y'all know what the fuck I'm trying to say. She saw a man she was attracted to, and she said, fuck it. Okay, none of that shit matters, man. At the end of the day, at the essence of human beings, there's men and there's women. All that other bullshit is window dressing, bro.
Facts.
Right. So she liked you for your looks then. Game wasn't needed in that scenario.
Okay, not really. Not really. Yeah, initially she liked the way I look. She stopped me. Now, of course, you know, I said the right things to keep the shit going. But yeah, she initially liked what she saw, and that jump started the conversation.
That's why I've been saying like this whole time, like your looks get you through the door. That's the first.
Okay, look, bro.
You see, this is the problem. Dudes is always looking for that little in to validate the theories and shit. It's like, bro, that's not the end all be all, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The point of the story, Naz, was to shit down your bullshit about the culture and all that bullshit. That was the point of the story, bro. And then here you are.
All right, bro, I'm hollering, man. Oh my goodness, these dudes stay looking for that.
Man, they got more.
Bro, what's so funny is, bro, I can walk down the street and pass 10 chicks. 3 of them would be like, he's cute. Right. The other 3 be like, he all right. The other 3 be like, no, that nigga sexy. What the fuck y'all talking about? Bro, they'll be all over the place with their assessment of me, bro. It don't matter. Huh?
Right. Well, let me shout out to the people who send donations. Shout out to my dude Elliot with the $25 donation. Shout out to my dude Demand. Shout out to who else is this? Michael. Shout out to Chrislyn with the donation, and shout out to my dude Jarvis with the donation. Appreciate you guys. I was popping. Who's on the line?
Hello, man. This is Mark.
What's going on?
Hey, all right. So, hey, how y'all doing? I was on a date, right? And I was telling her what's up. You know, we was just chilling, just talking. This girl came all the way to my house, and I met her offline. And the shit was cool or whatever, but I didn't kiss her. You know, we didn't have sex or none of that. But it was a pretty good vibe. I was flirting with her and shit. But she told me that, like, which I know was bullshit. But she told me that she doesn't kiss on the first date, which I know is bullshit.
Wait, hold on. Wait, how did she? Wait, so y'all went on a date and then you brought it to your house?
No, we didn't go on no date. Nothing was really open. She came.
Oh, she came to your place.
Yeah, she came to the house.
And where you met this girl from?
I met her off of Hinge.
Okay, so straight from Hinge to the crib. So y'all matched and you just said, hey, come through to the crib, and she was like, cool?
Yeah, like we matched. And I was like, text my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, text my phone. She texted my number. And then I was like, I got on the phone with her. We started talking on the phone, and we only talked about 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, all right, so come to my house at 6 on Thursday. That's exactly what I told her. And she was like, okay, you know. And she came over, even though she was like 30 minutes late.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't text her on it. And I know that's why I fucked up as well.
Mm-hmm. And then so she come over the house, and what y'all was doing?
We were in the car talking. And
Wait, hold on. Wait, back up because I missed something. You said you told her to come up to this, so she stayed in the car. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because we couldn't really go in the house because my mom was in the house.
Oh, damn. Wait, how old are you?
You know what I'm saying?
How old are you?
21.
Okay. All right, so she couldn't come to the house because your mom's.
You know what I'm saying?
And hold on. Wait, let me ask you a question. Did she know that you live with your moms?
Yeah.
Okay.
I told her, I was like, my mom's in the house. I really don't want her to meet you because it's going to be awkward.
No. I'm asking you, did she know that you lived in the house with your mom before she came over?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I told her that on the phone. That's why it took me like 20. That's why it was like 20 minutes.
Okay.
I told her all that. Like, I ain't hiding shit. So
right. And now, before you even get into the rest of it, can you bring chicks to your house though and fuck them?
Not when my mom's there, no.
Bruh.
How old is he, real quick?
He's 21. Y'all can take it. Tell me what y'all think, because I'm gonna go.
So you did everything, the steps already right until you said you can't have sex in your mom's house. Why would you bring her to that point and not have sex knowing that you can't have sex in the house? Hence, why she decided, I'm not going to kiss you, because potentiality, if it leads to something, you can't do nothing anyway because your mama in the house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So anything you could have played it so many other ways in the car or whatever else like that. But you and my thing was, I'm a little leery. She was on the draw like 20 minutes in. You got her into the house. Did you even vet her enough to know what she was about?
Right.
She could have been somebody could have been with her.
I was vetting her on the date.
Well, but this is what I'm saying. It don't make no sense for you to bring her to your crib if you can't do nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
Y'all niggas too old to be sneaking bitches in the house, bro. Y'all nigga, high school, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You 21, and I understand you live with your moms and all that. I'm not clowning you for that, but bro, have about $30 in your pocket. Tell the chick to go half on the room, man.
Right, exactly.
If she is sexually attracted to you enough, she will, bro.
You're right, man. That's all the hotels even open right now.
Say that again?
All the hotels even open right now.
Nah, there's probably some hotels. You gotta do some research, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, check them hotels, see if they open. Or how old was the girl?
20.
Oh, so y'all both young and shit. So she probably living at home with her parents and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You got a car? You got a car?
Fucking a car. Fucking
she got a car?
And wait, where you from? Where you from? North Carolina, nigga. You could drive into some woods somewhere and just get it in the car, bro.
Yeah,
like,
bro. Yeah.
I mean, she had a car, and I told her that on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
She came through, like, and I know it don't mean shit, but that's why I called you, just to get y'all take on it.
So what I'm saying is that you should have told her, you know, come through, come get me, and we're gonna drive to this spot I know, and we're gonna get it popping.
Yeah, you're right. That's what
you know what I'm saying? So that's what you gotta do. That's gotta be your shit for now on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Logistics, nigga. Logistics, bro.
Right.
Right. Until you get your own car in your own place, that's what you're gonna have to do. But step your game up and get your shit popping. Because see, this is what guys don't understand. Getting your shit together doesn't make it easy. It doesn't make it easier for you to attract women, but it does make it easier for you to fuck women. You know,
it makes it convenient. It makes it very convenient.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'll be one less reason the chick will say no to you, bro. God, nigga, caller, you need to find a spot that you can always go to that you can depend on. You know what I'm saying? You'll ride up and get it spot, bro. You need to find you one of them spots, bro.
Mm-hmm. What you saying on the caller?
Saying that, like, yeah, my situation don't really fuck with too many not with attraction though, but you're right, it's the logistics of it, you know what I'm saying? It's not smooth and laid out. It should be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta get them logistics tightened up and you be good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. I appreciate the call, brother.
Bro, let me say this real quick for everybody listening. For all you guys that have these logistical problems, if you want a chick to be pissed off and not fuck with you, fuck with her and she ready to fuck, and you can't come through for her.
Right.
You ain't got no spot. You ain't got it planned out. Chances are you probably won't see her again. You know what I'm saying? Because chicks can't stand dudes who are indecisive and they just ain't got their shit together. Come on, man.
Right. Because then it's like she ready to get some dick and you fucking wasting time.
My mom is home. I'm waiting for the kitchen light to go off. That means she went to bed. Then we can go in. Come on,
right.
Come on,
dude, man. I lived in a boarding house because I went through some situations.
Yeah.
Even in the boarding house, I was still getting it.
Right.
Does not matter. The thing of it is, I had, like you said, the logistics of it.
Yeah.
And when you get in here, we're gonna lock this door. It's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
No, real talk. Because for me, when I used to live with my mom's, I was bringing chicks home to smash, so she didn't even care. You know what I'm saying? I just close the door and be like,
get it in.
It's whatever. You know what I'm saying? But That was me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
but some dudes ain't got it like that. So some of y'all gonna have to, because logistics is important. If your logistics ain't ready or not tight, that could fuck up the situation. Because there's gonna be times where a girl wants to fuck with you on some shit, and if your logistics ain't right, you ain't got a place to smash. You probably ain't got no condoms on you, and it's just not a good situation. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
It's not a good situation. You feel what I mean?
Not at all.
But the phone number, people, 646-481-3901, 646-481-3901. You guys can call up. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to get you guys' opinion on the beta male shit, though, because I was talking about beta males being manipulative and all that other stuff. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, yeah, you got it.
This dog, I was trying to grab a chicken wing.
Oh, no, go ahead. I got it. Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
Man, look, yeah, I agree. Because this is the thing. If you're a guy and you have a favorable outcome with women, you don't need to do no trickery, no schemes, no tactics, all that other shit.
Right.
Dudes who do that, manipulating shit, they believe that as they are, they're not good enough for women. So already they're working from a place of insecurity to begin with.
Right.
So when they approach chicks, they want to present this facade to women, which that's some beta male shit. You know what I'm saying? To present yourself as you're really not, just to get a chick to fuck with you. And this is what guys don't realize. One of these days, one of you guys who do that shit, let me tell you what's gonna happen to you. You're gonna meet this chick. And she might be forward for a little while. But what's gonna happen is you guys are fucking with each other.
Right.
She might really start to feel you. But eventually that mask will come the fuck off. What's that?
No, I was telling the caller to hold on for a second.
Okay. Yeah, let me say this real quick. That mask gonna come off, and she's gonna see you for what you really are, and everything. Because you started out with a lie. When you lie, you got to keep a string of lies going. You know what I'm saying? And before you know it, it's just a pack of lies, bro. And that shit don't work. It's gonna all come crumbling down sooner or later. That's all I got on that.
All right, caller, what's popping? What's going on with you?
Hey, what's good, bro? This is Furrow Santana, bro. How you doing, bro?
Chilling. What's going on?
Chilling, yo, man. I just want to ask you a quick question real quick, bro.
All right.
So listen up. So today, right, I want to go for my coworker today, right? And then, and I remember, dude, like, we went to my crib, right? This was like during break time. Like, fuck it, let's go. We took an Uber, and we went to my crib, and then, I started, doing my thing, I was, eating that ass. I was getting really into it. We were turned the fuck on. Then next thing you know, bro, like, some maintenance fucking knocked on the door, bro. It was fucking crazy. And then, like, I was like, yo, bro, what the fuck, dude? I'm like, damn. And then that shit turned me the fuck off after that shit. My shit went down. And then after they fucking left and everything, like, my dick couldn't really get back up anymore, man. Like my whole mood just changed. Like, I couldn't get it up. So I was wondering, any things that you do maybe like to get it back up, or any advice? What do you suggest? Any tips on that, bro?
Wait, hold on. So you said you was fucking some chicken. Who knocked on the door?
Some maintenance people, like the office. You know what I mean? Like, cause.
So you was at work fucking this girl?
No. We took an Uber to my crib.
And then the maintenance people knocked on your door.
Yeah, knocked on my door, and there was like 5 people outside, because they have like one guy with the key, and then like
this nigga sound like he trolling. He's trolling, nigga. Stop it.
No.
Stop it. What was the maintenance knocking on your door for?
Because supposedly, like, they had to come to check like the fucking like the
He trolling out to get rid of him. You see how he pausing through everything trying to get his story straight?
Yeah. There are 5 people at the door. Yeah.
These motherfuckers.
They love attention, boy.
These dudes is crazy. I'm like, look, at least get your story straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn. All right, yo, what's poppin'? Who this?
What's going on? It's fire.
Who?
It's fire.
Oh my God, you trolling, bro?
No, I'm not trolling, man. I'm serious, bro. I'm here to talk to you, man.
Nah, you trolling, nigga. What's your question?
I'm not trolling, man.
What's your question?
Trolling, bro.
What's your question?
All right, my question, bro, is
What does it mean to be truly masculine when it comes to women?
All right, y'all can take this. look at K-Zag.
I want K-Zag to answer this question, bro, because he's got that fiery personality, and I want to hear what you have to say, man.
Did he ask? Repeat your question one more time, so I'll make sure I got it right.
All right, I'm gonna say it's nice and clear for you, man. What does it mean to truly be masculine?
Masculine. Oh man, where do I begin? Okay, caller. Do you know what courage is?
No, I don't.
Why you acting funny, man?
This nigga.
Do you look, bro? Look, let me. As a masculine man, right? Okay, this really ain't that difficult. Okay, you have a set of principles, standards, values by which you operate by. Okay, you have integrity. Okay, you have principled ground that you stand on. Okay, and you don't move off that shit for nobody. Okay, it don't matter if you're dealing with women, men, co-workers, a stranger at the donut shop. It don't matter. Okay, you're like this. Okay, I always say this. Hold on, bro. I always say this. If 5 people who know you but don't know each other, if they were in the same room, if someone asked them about you, they should have similar things to say about you. Mm-hmm. Part of being a man is being consistent. Okay, period.
Mm-hmm. All right, so the basis of what you're saying is that a man should be consistent. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
yeah, that's what
you're consistent, but hold on, because if you say consistent with some of these niggas, that means consistently a liar. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Yes, yes. So we got to watch what we say with these niggas. Yes, you should be consistent, bro. Look, if you want to kill any friendship, even if it's a male to male friendship, or if you want to kill situations with women, be inconsistent. Watch that happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to continue making money to be able to be the best guy possible to attract all these women.
No, you talking about 2 different things, bro. You talking about 2 different things.
But you just told me to be consistent, Bill.
No, you just asked, what's the definition of masculinity? We said masculinity is about being consistent. Then you said, oh, so I got to get a lot of money to get women. We weren't even talking about women.
But you told me to be consistent.
Yeah, we're talking about masculinity. We didn't say
masculinity had nothing to do with women. We
didn't even talk about women right now. We talking about masculinity. You the one who added, I gotta get money to get women. We didn't say that shit.
So I want to ask both K-Zag and Lucario question, okay? Because Lucario, I consider myself a pure alpha male. Now you consider yourself an alpha male with beta traits. That doesn't exist.
What doesn't exist?
K-Zaggin, what do you consider yourself?
A man. I consider myself a man, bro.
So you're not an alpha male?
What's alpha? What's alpha? I mean, I could say that, but what's an alpha male, bro?
An alpha male is a guy who's gonna lead a girl and fuck the shit out of her.
Okay, no, bro. Look, caller. Let me tell you what I am. Let me tell you what I am, caller. I'm a man with integrity, and I don't compromise that shit for pussy. That's what the fuck I am.
Yo, LDA, you look like you about to lose it. He's gonna say.
Dude, you came here. You didn't come for a question. You came here to debate. So just be straight up about it. Everyone can come in here with different definitions of what an alpha male is and what everything that's going on, and where the consistency and you try to switch up. Stop with the BS and just cut to the chase. If you came for a question, you came for a question. Stop all this. You trying to question whether he's an alpha male, he's a beta, he's a sigma, he's a zeta. Dude, it comes down to it. What did you call here for? What question do you really have that's pressing? Because what you're doing is you're giving these guys right here, you're taking our time, and our time is precious, and that's being a man.
I was debating, no problem. The only reason why I told you down is because I didn't want Carter to cut me out in chat. Now I want you to understand something. You need to understand who the fuck you're talking to.
No, see, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
I'm a fucking alpha male, bro.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You know why you're not? I'm gonna tell you why you're not. Because if you gotta announce it, you're not.
Damn, game is heavy today.
You don't have to. I don't need to announce to a woman or any guy on here that I'm an alpha male or not. See, when you announce it, you coming from your feelings.
Bro, my beard is fuller than yours.
You're talking in theory once again. When you come with facts and when you come from where you really stand at, because right now you're trying to make a comparison. That means nothing. And you can say, well, I slaved 10,000 women, or I slaved 5 women. It doesn't matter. You came here to ask a question. Let's be real about it, man. Mm-hmm. Stop with the games. That's all.
I'm 19 years old. Okay? And what do you mean?
You like what?
You guys are coming up. You call yourself high value. I'm more high value than all of you because I'm young and I'm coming up.
Nobody said anything about alpha or high value in this conversation at all. You keep bringing that shit up, bro. You're the only one talking that shit.
I'm listening. I love you guys, but I have to fucking tell you.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You still cuddle with your mother. You still on the mother. You know why I'm saying that? You know why I'm saying that? Because when you come in a circle with men, you address us differently.
Oh my goodness, this is too funny. All right, caller, we're gonna have to move on. We're gonna have to move on because y'all
motherfucker in the feelings like a motherfucker.
Taking estrogen.
Yo, I gotta stop. This should be too funny.
Look, Lucario, what he really wanted was the link, bro. That's what the nigga
exactly
really
right.
He wanted the link.
Yo, that's just too funny. Oh my goodness.
Hey, I don't look like no Ed Lover. Cut that out. Somebody said Ed Lover.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, dog. Let me look at you. Now I'm fucking with you.
Come on, who this?
Mario Manny from Miami.
What's going on?
What's going on, man? So I got a question and kind of like, I guess you could say a little bit of a backstory if you got time. So basically, my question is how to physically escalate with super attractive dime pieces, you know, because I don't have.
Y'all killing me with this shit, man.
To smash with like average looking chicks. So with the baddies, it's like I just start tensing up, I start hesitating, overanalyzing shit. And by the time I make a move, it's like that awkward energy in the air to where they're getting turned off and wanting to clear the situation, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, you just answered your own question. You know what I'm saying? Like you said with the average girls, you be getting it in, right?
Right.
And what you do with the average girls? What do you do?
Sure, I mean, I guess I just don't I don't have that mental wall there, like pedestal, putting them on that pedestal.
Okay, so do that same shit with the girls you think are dimes.
Replicate it. That's all you got to do. It ain't hard, man. You know, caller. You know what your mental block is? You're impressed. You admire women. That's your problem.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that, caller?
He said your problem is that you admire women. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can say that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like the same thing you doing with the girls you think are average, do the same thing with why don't you do the same thing with the girls you think are the dimes?
True. Okay.
That's what you gotta do. Because the reason why you're not getting them is because you coming at them differently. You understand? That shit is all in your head. You start getting nervous, you start your heart beating all fast and shit. You get scared and shit. That's what yes, I've been there. That's what I'm telling you. Yeah. That's what happens with dudes. They fucking talk to chicks and they think something special with the hot girl, and then that's why they, you know what I'm saying? That's why you don't get them.
Well, let me ask you this too, because also like with the average girls or like the crazy club girls, I know exactly how to go about it. You know, it's basically just like whatever. I don't know, bring it to my crib.
Y'all motherfuckers, y'all killing me, bro.
What's the logistics of the setup or the date to like get that going, you know?
The same thing, bro. Listen. Let me ask you a question. Let's say you get with a girl and her name is Brittany, right? Mm-hmm. Now, Brittany is wearing a black shirt today, right? Now, if she wears a yellow shirt tomorrow, do you got to come at her different because she's wearing a yellow shirt?
True.
Because it's the same chick, right? So it's the same. The baddies are the same as the chicks you think are average.
They like the same shit.
It's the same girls. That's what I'm saying. It's all in your head, bro. Because look, you could see a chick you think is a 10, and I might see her and think she's a 6. So is she a 10 or is she a 6?
It's in the eye of the beholder.
Exactly.
I mean, to an extent, though, but yeah.
No, it's not to an extent. It's all the time. It's in the eye of the beholder. Every time.
I mean, I disagree because
beauty is in the eye of the beholder, Colin. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
And her body and the way it's built, you know what I'm saying?
No, that don't mean nothing because what if one guy likes really skinny girls and another guy likes thick girls with big booties?
You're right.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on, man.
And then a thick chick could be bad as fuck in my eyes, but in her mind, she could be insecure because she thinks she's too thick. So
exactly. Well, that's what happens too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Well, I appreciate it, fellas.
All right, bro.
They're just women.
All right, peace.
They're just women. They're just women.
That's what I'm saying. Dudes be making this shit too crazy. You know what I'm saying? You guys got to stop putting these girls on a pedestal, man.
Dudes be looking at chicks like she's so bad. I don't know what I'm gonna say. You know, I gotta come at her differently because she's so bad. You know, I gotta Doug and dodge this way to get her because she's so bad. And it's like
right.
She like
LD. I wanted to get your opinion on beta males playing the games and be manipulative before we get to the next caller.
So I just understanding the beta male dynamic. When you do that, you come disingenuine, and so women, like I'm saying to the other callers, they can pick up on that. So you got to use. If you use game, it's just strategy. But if you're trying to manipulate and try to make something happen, how much longer can you manipulate versus just being your true self? Sooner or later, you're going to tire of being an actor. You're going to have to take your mask off and be your authentic self, and then you're going to be upset because she was in love with you. She like you, the mask, and not you, the person.
Right, exactly.
There's the problem. So you need to be authentic and just what it is. We always hear this cliche, just be yourself. No. Because some of y'all selves, as we've seen today, ain't it. Don't be yourself. Be your authentic self. Because some of y'all selves is going to get you still messing with ones and twos.
Yeah.
But
that's hilarious. That's how it goes, man. It's crazy out here.
Yeah.
So guys, the caller number 646-481-3901. We got 218 people watching. Make sure you guys get the likes up. We got 98 likes. Let's get it to 100. You know what I'm saying? We got 200 people in here. We only got 98 likes. We need more of the likes so we can get this shit.
Yeah, stingy motherfuckers. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Just hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Likes.
It ain't hard. Just click them.
You know what I'm saying? Likes are free. You know what I'm saying? Man. So what's his name in the chat said, Abby Jackson said some dudes don't know what being themselves mean. Well, that's true. That's true. You know what I mean? That is true. That is true. And my dude Reggie says, Steve Dean said it best, you can't manipulate the master manipulator. That's what guys don't understand, man. Guys don't understand that women, that's how women operate. You understand? Even when they don't even want to do it. There's times where it's like they don't even notice they doing it sometimes. It's just subconscious. You know what I'm saying? It's subconscious. So it's just female nature that they're going to do certain things that are manipulative, because you got to look at it this way. Us men, we're physically built a certain way, so we could just go smack somebody around. Women got to be clever. You know what I'm saying? To get shit popping.
And this is why women can tell when a man is cheating, but men can't tell when a woman is cheating.
Exactly.
Because they know.
What's popping, caller? What's going on? Yo.
They're playing on the phones again.
Yeah, niggas. Hold on. Did my Skype fuck up? I think my Skype fucked up. Hold on. I gotta redo the Skype. The Skype fucked up.
Well, let me say this about you can't manipulate the master manipulator. Hey, this is why it's asinine when you approach a chick to dilly-dally and beat around the bush with what you really want, because they already know what you want. So by you being disingenuous, you are already starting up the gate manipulator. You know what I'm saying? And she looking back at you like this motherfucker don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Because she see through you. You know what I'm saying? That's why that's why a lot of guys, they wonder when they take a chick out on 2 or 3 dates, and then once a chick realize, oh, now he's going for the sex. You know what? I don't feel that spark.
Right, exactly.
At first when we just met, but I realized that we're better off as friends. But you have my number. Anytime you want to talk, hit me up. Then she blocked that nigga and shit. We should go home and shit.
Right. Exactly.
You know what the other thing is? Most guys don't realize that women want to have sex just as much as you do, or even more.
Even more.
That's the real dynamic of this. If you have that kind of thinking that women want to have sex just as much as you do, oh, your whole game would change.
Mm-hmm.
If you can believe it. See, that's the problem. They don't believe it.
Right. They don't believe it.
Right. Now that's real talk. And it's unfortunate that dudes don't understand that shit. But the phone lines look like they back up. So you guys can call back 646-481-3901.
Let me say this to the guy that's listening. Women think about sex every day, multiple times a day. Period. They think about sex all fucking day long. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And what guys got to understand is when you talking to some of these chicks, she could have just got done thinking about some sex. Mm-hmm. So here you are, popped up. You can slide your way into the mix. You know what I'm saying? If you understood that shit.
Right.
But you know, it is what it is, though, man.
They end up talking themselves right out of it. Mm-hmm. She want to give it up, but you talk yourself right out of it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You want to be indirect. You want to be, I'm gonna manipulate her. She already knows she want to give it up to her, but you know what? You talk yourself out of it.
Mm-hmm. Facts. All right, let me see who this is. Yo, what's going on?
Lucario was good, my brother. Is Nathan Noble here.
What's popping?
What's popping? I just wanted to add on to what y'all was saying, man. A lot of you guys also don't realize that women want you to bring up sex. Mm. They want y'all to bring that shit up. Mm-hmm. I was reading a comment somewhere in the section, and some dude was like, "Oh, you can't talk about sex because they'll think it's harassment." And I'm like, "Yo, bro, I approach like 5, 10, 15 girls a day. Even today, everywhere I go, I approach them. I let them know that I want to fuck, and they love that shit. They thank me for telling them that. Mm-hmm. It's because women know that you guys want it. The women are also tired of men running around in circles. Ooh. Constantly running around in circles, constantly trying to think of things. It's almost as if you're insulting their intelligence.
Right.
Because women are not stupid. They know how it is. I always say women are usually 3 steps ahead more than men realize. They're just really good at playing the victim. And it's like more men would just have the idea. More men would just realize that once you stand on your own 2 feet with integrity and let it be known what you want, that woman would naturally want to submit to you more, even if she rejects you for whatever reason. Because I always say rejection is never personal. Rejection is never personal. It's just at the time, the place, the date. It may not have been right, but you never know what may happen in the future. Because women are like the weather. Some days it's sunny, some days it's rainy. You still got to be a man and take charge of your day.
Right now, right talk.
Keep trying to. When it's raining outside, they want to stay in the house. No, you still got to get out there and see what's going on, because you never know what can happen. Because when I read that comment about some dude saying, "Oh, you just can't be direct about sex and harassment," I'm like, dude, like, where do you guys get this from? It's almost as if a lot of these guys grew up watching like Johnny Bravo's and shit. You know what I mean? And it's not real life at all.
Right.
And I'm glad you guys really brought that up, because that's why I called. Because I'm like, men really just don't like get that. And I'm not really judging men, because I understand that a lot of men, they didn't come from certain environments. I was raised in a low class environment where I guess knowing how to socialize with women was different from the norm. So I understand that a lot of guys may not get that, but like what I think K-Zagan said it, or the other guy, he said it, in 2020, there's really no excuses. It's like there's so much information out here for you to really see what it is. And even women are trying to let you guys know. I watch some of these channels by women, and they're even saying that, yes, we want you to be more direct about it. So many men are stuck in this fantasy or this Hollywood illusion. I call it Disney movie fairy tales. They're stuck in this Disney movie fairy tale illusion where they think that they have to appear like a knight in shining armor.
Right. Right, exactly.
My story is I fucked in my life was when I was damn near homeless. I'm talking about I was driving a beat up Dodge with a donut on the tire. I was wearing the same dirty clothes every day, and that's when I was getting the baddest looking chicks. They was taking care of me.
That's crazy.
Taking care of the trick out of them now.
Right.
So it's really just that authenticity. Is like I said, it's presenting yourself as a man, the way you walk, the way you talk, your energy. That right there is where that real pure attraction comes from. Now, I mean, it's almost like instinct. And once you get it, it becomes like instinct. You don't even have to think about it. Even today, I was going out. I was feeling good. I'm like, yo, I don't feel like talking to nobody. I saw a chick. I hollered at her anyway. I let it be known what it was. It's instinct. I don't even think about it. And you have to get to that point where you don't even have to think about it. Because as soon as you think about it, that's when that authenticity goes away.
That's some real shit. That's some real shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's what's up, bro, man. I appreciate you dropping that game on motherfuckers. You feel me?
Absolutely, man. Take care.
All right, bro. I'm out.
What's up, calling? Peace.
That's what's up.
Let me go ahead, El.
Oh no, go ahead. You go.
No, I was gonna say. Let me say this. Where I work at, the women that I work with, they know I have a YouTube channel. You know, they watch my shit and support my shit. Oh, go ahead and do the caller, bro.
All right. Yo, what's poppin'? Who this?
Why you me calling from Brooklyn, New York? You want to see hello, Terry?
All right, that's enough of that shit. These niggas. Yo, what's poppin'? Who this?
Okay, are you there?
Yo, what's going on?
Sounds like you laughing or something. Yeah, what? Hey, K-Zag and Eddie, yeah, what's good, bro?
What's going on? What's poppin'?
Who's that, Kelly?
Bro, it's Kelly Moore. I hope everything's
okay.
All right.
What's your voice, bro?
What's good?
Hello?
Yeah, you go. We can hear you.
Yeah, Kelly Moore, bro. Hope everything's all well, bro. Ricardo, I just want to, you already know me, bro. Been on your bad membership for a while and like all that shit, you know. Bitches and that's nothing for me. That's second nature to me now.
Right.
But only wanted to ask you about some man shit. Your personal advice about some man shit, because you know I see you as like a life coach and shit like that. And my question today is about dealing with haters. Because you know, my purpose is, you know, I'm an athlete traveling, you know, around playing like football overseas and shit, right? And talking to plenty of women and shit like that.
Right.
Some dudes come up hate. Some dudes even try to preach to me how things should be done. I couldn't tell if it's criticism because I'm a grown ass man, Ricardo. You know, people gonna criticize, you know.
Right.
You know, I'm all for criticize. You know, criticize me, but right, I'm all for self improvement and shit. Right. But you can't. But you got to really differentiate if they're being criticism or if some haters just trying to tell you to do some different shit. Because dudes plot and they trying to like they're trying to bring you down about some shit though. And I understand we all gonna have haters and shit like that. That's like the alpha male lifestyle and some shit like that though. Well, you know, my question is like, how do you necessarily deal with these haters and some shit like that? Because like I said, you know, they come around and they come about. Some dudes even make it they mission to make sure that you stop going after your happiness and shit. And I'm like, damn, what the fuck I do to you?
Right.
I'm just doing what I got to do. Shit like that.
Right. Well, I think the thing is you got to understand is that when dudes is hating, that just says more about them. That's coming from their own feelings and energy. You understand what I'm saying? So, hold on. I'm gonna say the answer. I'm gonna hang up and I'm gonna say the answer because it's like mad shit going on in the background. All right. I'm gonna say that. All right, cool. So the thing is this: you're gonna have people who's gonna hate, but the hate just gonna come from their own feelings and their own thoughts about certain things. That's why they hate, and they're just feeling how they're feeling because of some shit happening inside of them. But also, as far as you differentiating between hate and criticism, ask yourself who is the person telling you what they're telling you. You understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes some people aren't actually qualified to criticize you. You understand what I'm saying? So if you ain't doing nothing with your life and you want some bullshit, you can't really tell me nothing about nothing because you ain't on nothing. You feel what I mean? But what you guys think about that?
Let me say this. Something from John Henry Clark. He said this statement: I debate with my equals and all others I teach.
Facts.
I debate with my equals and all others I teach. You got to think, is this a debate? Not a debate like what they're thinking, or this is something that I'm teaching, because your lifestyle, because they're hating, is teaching them about themselves and what they potentially can be, and they are now projecting their flaws onto you. because they see the light in you. So you got to think about it. You got to realize John Henry Clark said, I debate with my equals and all others I teach.
Facts. Okay, exactly what you're going to say.
The thing about this YouTube shit is I noticed this. The guys that speak the rawest truth get the most hate.
Right.
Guys that be on that bullshit, they don't get the hate. They get the love. Well, they get the fake love. It's really fake love. Right. So the minute they say something the motherfucker don't like, all of a sudden the hate gonna come. Exactly. But what I notice is when you tell guys the truth, it's almost like this. It's like the difference between a mom rubbing you on your head, putting the warm cloth on your forehead, telling you, baby, it's gonna be okay, versus a man punching you in the chest. What the fuck you do that for? And scolding you. Dudes don't want the masculine scolding; they want the nurturing mommy. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's what. The dudes who come at dudes with the rough, rugged, and raw truth on YouTube, guys are like, "Why this motherfucker yelling at me? He raised his voice. Okay, we just here to learn. Why you being so masculine with your words? They can't handle it. They can't take it.
They can't handle it. You know why they can't handle it? Because, like you said, they grew up in an environment where they've been cuddled and they've been on the nipple for so long. I keep saying that, but it's the truth, man. When you get out here and you realize life is not like it is on YouTube or what you think it is, and you want somebody to hold your hand, do everything. No one's going to hold your hand.
Right.
You have to get this yourself.
These niggas is like that movie Baby Boy with Tyrese. These niggas is baby boys. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They are. They want to get out of life, man.
That's real shit. And you know, because I noticed that too on YouTube, where you got a lot of guys out there who they like to grab onto information, even if the information is bullshit. They want to grab onto the information because it makes them feel good. But then when you talk about facts or you talk about like real shit that's happening, and especially if it goes contrary to what they believe, they lose their fucking mind. Because what happens is that sometimes information is connected to their ego and their identity. So if you fucking say, well, listen, look at this other perspective, that makes them feel like, oh well, you're attacking my identity. Who am I if I don't believe this shit? It's just like them incel dudes. Like if you're an incel, a lot of incels want to be incels. They want to stay in that sort of box of involuntary celibate. And I can't get no girls, whatever. And then when you show them away, like, hey, listen, you can actually get sex, get women, do this, do that. They don't want to hear that shit because it goes against their whole narrative. Just like when the black pill dudes, when they talk about, oh, if you don't have a certain look, it's a wrap. So then when you show them evidence, listen, there's guys who look like whatever with chicks left and right. They're like, oh, well, that's because he has money, or that's because it's like they always want to fucking find some other shit. And it's interesting how that goes down. You know what I'm saying? Like
there's another sex outside of men that have that same dichotomy, bro, where they just want to hear the feel good shit.
Exactly.
They don't want to hear nothing that forces them to look in the mirror and take a self-accountability and self-awareness and self-responsibility for their actions. Sound like women. I'm just throwing that out.
But you know what? When you do that, like the caller actually was trolling, what is masculinity? That is masculinity. Look in the mirror and look at yourself and say, what do I need to adjust? When someone calls you on your bullcrap and say, you know what? You're completely wrong at what you're doing. That causes you to grow. Masculinity is groomed and grows through challenges, not through holding hands. When you go through something and when you experience life, it's when your masculinity grows. Either it grows or you allow it to shrink because you begin to go backwards.
And and the thing is, people don't like the truth because the truth is dangerous to some people. You understand what I'm saying? Like people like to live in illusion because soon as the truth, like people are so like this, because I remember I was watching some video or something like that with this guy. I think his girl was cheating on him or some shit, but he couldn't believe that his girl would cheat on him. You understand? But there was actual video evidence. He's watching his girl with another dude, and he's like, well, no, maybe it has to be some explanation for this. Like, she would never do this to me. And I'm like, bro, it's like, you look like, yo, it's right there. Like, it's right in front of your face. And they just don't want to admit to it. And it's like, that's how people get, is that they don't actually want truth. They want to stay in the fucking, in the bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, You know what I mean?
It's like they're living in a mirage. And anything that comes and fucks up their little utopia, they be like, no, you full of shit. It ain't like this. It's like this.
Right,
like,
right.
No, bro. No, bro.
And
now go ahead.
You know what happens is a lot of people have made this whole manosphere game, black pill, red pill, yellow pill, green pill, all into almost like an occult or religion.
Yeah.
And so when you attack it, you like you said, you're attacking them personally. That's their belief.
Right.
They're now tied their identity to their belief. And what happens is when you say something that's contrary to it, or this dating coach said this one, that one says that, they don't know how to act. Because they don't want to deal with the truth, because they're looking like we did with the one caller. They want to always put the blame back on the person they heard the information on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, that's real talk. And the funny part is you have people who know that they know the truth, or they know that what they're hearing is true, but they just don't want to accept it. They know deep down in their heart it's true, but they'll keep going with the lie and the bullshit. Like there's a this dude that I listened to named Anthony DeMello, this philosopher that he died a few years ago. But he had this story. He said there was a guy in a bar, and he said to the guy next to him, he said, "Hey, there's a banana in your ear." And the guy is like, "What?" He's like, "Dude, there's a banana in your ear." He's like, "Speak up, I can't hear you." He's like, "There's a banana in your ear." He was like, "Speak up, I can't hear you. There's a banana in my ear," right? So the nigga knows there's a banana in his ear, but it's like he don't want to acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? Like he knows the truth, but he don't want to acknowledge the shit. And that's how people think nowadays, is that they'll be knowing the real deal sometimes, but what they don't want to do is they don't want to admit to the real deal. So it's the same thing with game, where guys know that, damn, I'm not really getting shit popping with women because my game is weak. But they don't ever want to admit their game is weak. You understand? They want to talk about every other thing. You know what I'm saying?
And this is why they argue that indirect looks, money, status shit.
Right.
Because they figure like, no, there's no way you can have verbal game and be a masculine man and get women. You need all this extra shit. And once I get all this extra shit, now, of course, they never have that extra shit they speak of. You know what I'm saying? But once I get all this extra shit, then I finally get women. And what it is, it's like, I don't know if you noticed this, guys, but guys who, they'll try to pit opposing dating coaches against each other. Like guys who have two different narratives about two different theories about the game. They'll try to pit them against each other, almost to say, I don't like the way he's speaking all that truth. I'm going to get this other guy to go at him. You know what I'm saying? To kind of crush him and give him, give him that work. So that way I can feel better about the fact that he doesn't agree with me and he basically checked me for being less than a man. You know what I'm saying? Because dudes don't like that shit.
Right. Nah, that's real talk. That's real talk. We got freaking Locker Room, aka Reggie Adventures, in there talking shit.
Yeah, I see them. But see, look. Prime example, we talking about hating. Somebody throw hate inside of the chat room. It's amazing, man. Because you think about it, why would you hate on another man?
Right.
That's something that, to me, I would think what women do. Oh, she got on that dress. Why she wearing them heels with that? Another man be like, yo, man, I like those shoes, and keep it popping, keep it going.
Right. Nah, I feel you. It's crazy. Yo, what's popping? Who this? You. Going once, going. Yo, what's popping? Who this? What's good?
It's Aaron, man.
Who? It's who?
It's Aaron.
What's going on?
Nah, man, I was just calling, man. Show support for you, man.
All right, you got a question? Anything? What's going on?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just seeing what you just speaking it back.
All right, well, I appreciate the call, my brother. All right. All right, peace. This dude just called to say hi. He was like,
let me say something that LDA said, because he was talking about men hating on other men. Women naturally hate on other women because they're typically in competition for the same man. Okay, go ahead.
Right. What's popping? Who this? You. I think he hung up. Anyway, what you saying, K-Zaggin?
Yeah, I said typically women. That's why a lot of women don't have a lot of female friends because they're typically in competition for the same man. See, as men, we're not in competition for women.
Right.
Okay, we on that. Hey, bro, if she wants you, she wants you. Hey, what can I do about that? You know what I'm saying? And we just move on to the next chick. You know what I'm saying? See, women, that bitch smiling because she got him. Fuck that. I'm gonna find a way to get that bitch back and take her man. You know what I'm saying? That's how women operate. You know what I'm saying? As men, you don't hate on the man. You congratulate them. Hey, bro, that's you. That's all you. You know what I'm saying? But you have a lot of guys, they can't stand to see a guy in the place they wish they were at. But if they were man enough and masculine enough to sit there and make the self-sacrifices needed, and they were disciplined enough, they can be where they want to be instead of looking at you and hating on you, me, or whoever else.
Right. Nah, that's facts. That's facts. But yeah, guys. So, no, go ahead. Okay.
I was gonna say, just ask if the man is doing better than you. Dude, what did you do to get there? I don't have no problem asking. Yo, man, how did you do that? How did you move like that? Okay, what did you do? That doesn't take away from me, and anything is added to what I'm already have. Ask. When you want to go to a higher level, you always ask the people at a higher level, how did you get there? But you got to ask the right questions at the right time.
Right. Exactly.
LDA says something very important because that's what men do. Men want to learn. Men want to ascend. The only way to do that is to see someone that does it better than you and ask them, how'd you get there? What are the steps you took? Because I want to follow the path you took. Because that shit look like it's working for you.
Right.
There's a comment by WJ Valentine or whatever, Valente. Do you mind if I address that, Lucario?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so he says men complain about a woman's body count, and yet they themselves want a high body count too. Let me tell you why men complain about a woman's body count. Because all men's insecurities revolve around sex, directly or indirectly. Period. That's it.
Right.
For a dude to concern himself with a woman's body count, a lot of times that could be he feels like, well, if I get with her and we get in a relationship, she's more apt to cheat on me because she slept with so many guys.
Right.
Okay? There's no proof of that. Okay, that's one. Two, they also feel if they lack sexual confidence, they feel she had too many guys. There's a chance she had too many good, dicks in her life, and they might not be able to compete with them dicks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all that shit is.
Right.
That's all that shit is. That's all that shit is.
No, that's some real shit though. Because the thing is, look, man, because even the other day I did a video, and again talking about dudes in their identity and not want to. Oh, Avery, you trying to call up? Hold on, is the Skype not working? I'm gonna redo the Skype. Maybe the Skype is fucking up. Let me redo the Skype and then have you call up. But yeah, I did a video where I was talking about that, addressing the whole body count thing and addressing the whole DNA thing and all this other shit. And then I was
and bullshit. Yeah, we're talking about that too.
Yeah, I was doing research on this shit because I'm like, let me bring with some shit that the doctors are saying, the scientists are saying. And so I researched all that shit, and they said, as far as DNA is concerned, they said there is no actual scientific evidence as of yet that shows any correlation between a man's DNA being in a woman as far as sex is concerned. You know what I'm saying? So they said that there's DNA found as far as pregnancy and the fetuses, but not actual sex. So that's what I'm saying. But a lot of guys, they just ran with the story like, oh, this is what it is, but they ain't doing no research.
Bro,
I heard it. Hold on. You. Hello?
Hey.
Oh shit, it's April. What's going on?
You know she got something to say if she calls. She never called, bro.
Exactly. What's going on with you?
Wait a minute. I only call when I actually have something that I think is worthwhile.
Right.
So, I'm listening to you guys talking, and I think that it's interesting to listen to, your listeners calling in and watching the chat, because I think that ultimately what it seems like they're looking for is the absolute, and I think that as nothing is absolute. And I think, K-Zaggin was talking about it earlier, where, okay, you're listening to all these different dating coaches, and you still have to find what works for you. It's not that Lucario is going to work for everybody, or K-Zaggin's going to work for everybody, or LDA is going to work for everybody. Like, you have to listen. You take the best from what everybody's giving you that works for your personality, for how you interact with women, and you use the bits and pieces that make the difference in what is going to, you know, ultimately get you the girl or get you the pussy or, you know, whatever it is. And nothing is absolute.
Right.
Until they realize that, the game isn't going to work for them. And I think that, you know, you've got these guys, they're switching up their game. They're talking about, well, when I'm going after a 5, I'm like this, but when I'm going after that dime, I'm like that. The problem with switching up your game is the 5 becomes easy because your strategy works for you. And when you're going after the dime, you're not confident. That's why your strategy and your game doesn't work. So, you know, I think it's really just kind of figuring out ultimately what works for you. And again, I know you guys have talked about this before, like, you have to replicate it, but you have to replicate it no matter what she does for a living, no matter what she looks like. If your game works for you, that's what works for you, no matter the situation.
No, real talk. Real talk. That's exactly what it is.
Work with every woman because every woman is different. You know, you might connect with somebody, you might not connect with somebody else. And we all know you might connect with her today, but you might not connect with her tomorrow or in an hour. So, you know, I mean, it just depends.
Yeah.
No, that's real talk.
I agree with that shit.
That's real talk. Because, you know, my game definitely worked on April. So, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, anyway. All right, so
no, that was a good point, though, because, you know, I think a lot of guys they don't understand it because, again, not only are guys getting different messages from coaches, but they're also getting different messages from women too. So like they get confused because they're thinking, well, this one girl was telling me we need to take it slow, and then I met this other girl who kind of liked me, and she kind of was giving me the you know, the sex or whatever easily, but this other girl. So then they start to rationalize it, and they'll say, well, the girl who was giving me sex easier, maybe it's because she was a thought, and the girl that who you know what I'm saying, wasn't, she was more classy or some stupid shit. You know what I'm saying?
Look, so the lesson here. Go ahead, April.
Standard. I mean, listen, I'm not the type of person who's gonna have sex on a first date. That's just me. It doesn't matter who he is, what his game is, whatever. But
I still don't believe you, April. I still don't believe you, April. I still don't believe you, April. Come on.
I'm telling you, I have never had sex on the first date ever in my life.
No, but you might though at some point. You know what I'm saying?
I won't. Because, and all these tricks that we've been talking about, and I've been hearing you guys talking about all week, or, you know, for the last few weeks, like, and you purposely don't shave your legs, or you make sure your house isn't cleaned up, or, you know, whatever it is, like, that shit will keep you from having sex on a first date.
I know, but see, you said you would do LL Cool J on the first date, right?
Okay, I would do LL Cool J on a first date because I feel like I know him.
You see, that's the woman.
That's how they rationalize shit. That's how they rationalize shit.
Yeah, but see that's why a woman will have sex with you on the first date, because a woman will say, look, I won't have sex with you on the first date, but then she'll go out on that first date with you, and she'll say to herself, well, I feel like I know this guy, and then she'll have sex with you.
She's seen you one time, she never talked to you though, but she just seen you across the room.
Right. It's like, I feel like I know this guy, so I think I'm gonna do him.
What value she ascribed to the man in that millisecond. She already ascribed value to LL Cool J versus somebody else. So that value that she sees in him, like, oh yeah, I give it to him that like this. Why? Because of the value that's ascribed to him versus maybe is ascribed to you. It's what she's seeing right at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
I believe at some point, April, you're gonna have sex with a guy on the first date. You know what I'm saying?
Never say never. Never say never.
I will pay you money. Straight up.
Don't do that.
And I'm gonna be very disappointed. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, it's not gonna happen.
Never say never.
I never say never. I'll let you.
I
I'll let you guys know
I'm a
if
grown-ass woman. I make my decision.
I'll let you guys know if April had sex with a guy on the first date because she's gonna tell me.
Listen, if I do it and if I donate to your cause, trust me, I will be like, Lucario, I donated some fat cash because I did it.
I know, and I'm gonna be very disappointed because we didn't have sex on the first date.
Well, sorry.
See,
I would love to see the chat right now. I can't see the chat. I would love to see the chat right now.
No.
I would love to see the chat right now.
Oh my goodness, April is so awesome. You guys have no idea. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna me and April is gonna do a live stream at some point for like 10 minutes. So you guys.
Listen, everybody knew that Lucario and I went out because I told them I would take him to the next game. So it's not like it was a first secret. I'm a basketball girl. I love it.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So now what's going to happen is April's going to have sex with someone on the first date, and I'm gonna be so offended because I'm gonna be like, that dude's game was better than mine if he have sex with her on the first date. You see what I'm saying? That's how it goes. You know what I mean? So so that's how it works. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know how it works.
But
keep us posted.
I think that if your guys could just start looking at things as not so absolute, I think that would be all the difference for them, and just really realizing like what works for them, and to just keep practicing that, because ultimately that's what's going to give them the confidence in order to be able to, get what they want out of the situation.
Right.
But, and earlier in the chat, I was chatting with somebody, and it's come up a couple times this week as far as pillow talk. And I think, you guys, I think the big thing is, like, if I could give you any advice, like, your dick is in her, you got it. Don't do the pillow talk bullshit if you just want the fuck buddy. Like,
Thank you.
Promise her the moon, sun, and stars if you've already set that parameter, because ultimately what's going to fuck her up and get her in the head, because she will start to imagine this life that you were planning on, because you're giving her shit in a moment that you shouldn't be doing. Like, that's not the way to keep your situation separated. For sure.
Right, exactly. And this
all you niggas taking sponge baths with your fuck buddy.
Right. And
stop doing that shit.
This is how you get chicks
do that shit.
Coming at you at gunpoint. You feel what I'm saying? Because they start going crazy.
Don't. Like Lacara said earlier, do not blur the lines. Keep the shit separated.
Right, because women are insane. Never forget that. You know what I'm saying? They will fucking kill you. They will do some crazy shit. So, you know what I'm saying? So, y'all, I'm telling you. Because see, men can be reasoned with. Women can't. Understand that.
No, they cannot. They cannot. They cannot. Because if you threaten to taking away a man's freedom and his money, he's like, well, you know what? A second thought, I'm overreacting, dog. You right. You know what I'm saying? Women, they don't give a fuck. They're gonna get you back.
Women do shit and then ask questions later. You know?
Exactly.
So you guys got to be careful. You guys got to be careful.
Emotional reaction for sure. It's not rational.
You guys got to be careful.
You better ask Earl Thomas's wife and shit, putting guns on him and shit.
Exactly. So that's
but that was his fault though. He fucked up. But yeah.
Right. All right, April. So I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you later. All right.
No, so to April's point when she was talking about absolutes, dudes out here looking for Cupid's arrow. Look, Cupid's arrow, he only comes around on Valentine's Day, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? He don't exist. There are no absolutes. Everybody gets rejected. There is no batting 100 for 100. No man does that. I don't give a fuck what kind of celebrity he is, what he looked like, how much money he got. No guy in the history of man has ever fucked every woman he wanted to fuck. It's impossible. It's impossible.
Exactly.
Get over it.
But they this is the thing, they want to portray this is what they do. Oh, I had 10,000 women and all of them had sex with me. No, they didn't.
No,
right, exactly right.
I got the game from a Himalaya. So, all right.
Because every dude who deals with women and actually dealt with a lot of women has gone through all of the sort of scenarios where either you was the guy, you had sex with her on the first date, you had sex with her when you first met her, or you might had went on maybe 1 or 2 dates with her and nothing happened. You feel what I'm saying? Or you might have got with a chick who you thought shit was gonna go down and she wasted your time. You know what I'm saying? You got with a chick who you thought was gonna come through to the date and she flaked. You know what I mean? Like all these scenarios go down when you're actually in real life dealing with it.
And you will go through your shit of having chicks butt naked and they still change their mind.
Exactly.
That's the last goddamn minute.
What's poppin'? Who this?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on, bro?
I love the stream. Love the game that y'all kicking.
That's what's up.
All right. I got a question for any of y'all, because I definitely did ask you, Lucario, but how do you pull a chick out of a club properly?
Oh shit! I got a whole program on that in the Bad Boy membership called "How to Get Girls from the Club Back to Your Place." But I'll give you some tips though.
I'll give you like you weigh, baby. You gotta pay like you weigh.
Exactly. I'll give you a little bit of tips though. I say this. The thing is, when you at a club or at a bar or any of those situations, right? One of the things that you got to do is that you got to make sure that you're coming at the girls with sexual energy. You understand what I'm saying? Throughout the whole night, that should be like your main objective. Is that not to go there just to get numbers, not to go there to just to like dance or mingle. No, it's like I'm working right now. You understand? I'm working on pulling somebody out. You know what I'm saying? That should be your focus. You see what I mean? Right. And so once that's your focus, shout out to Afi in the chat. What's popping, bro?
What up, Afi?
What's going on, fam?
What up, bro?
So the thing is, if the thing is that once you go in there and you giving that sexual vibe, what happens is that that's your main focus. So when you're interacting with the woman, what you're looking for is who are the girls responsive to that energy. You see what I'm saying? Because you're going to have some girls that's going to be like kind of standoffish about it. Some girls who's going to be a little wishy-washy. Some girls who just going to be sort of using you for attention. But then you're going to have some girls who are going to be receptive to you being sexual with them. You know what I'm saying? And so, and one thing I'll tell you that I actually have in a program. See, I'm giving too much game out for free.
Stop it.
He's like, stop. No, I'm gonna give him this one tip. Give him this one tip, right? So, what you want to do is that when you in the spot, right, is you want to talk to as many women as possible, right? Okay. Find out the ones who's feeling you, and then make your rounds back as the night's going down. So let's say, for example, let's say you talk to, I don't know, let's say you talk to 30 girls, right? And 10 of them was showing you interest. What you want to do is that talk to all 30 of the girls. Then each one of them, you talk to them for maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever. And you say, hey, listen, I'm gonna head over here, but if I see you by the end of the night, we'll talk again, right? So you do that to a bunch of girls. You notice 10 out of the 30 girls is giving you some sort of energy. So then you go back to those 10 girls. Then you start with the one you want the most and then go back to the one you want the least. So let's say you have girls, not 10 to 1. The 10 is the one you want the most. You hit her up and you say, listen, you go back to her, you say, hey, listen, I'm about to head up out of here. Like we should go get it popping. And she's like, oh no, I'm with my friends, blah, blah, blah. You're like, all right, cool. Well, let me get your number and I'll holler at you later. Then you go to the next girl. So you do that all the way down the line until you get somebody to pull out. Now, if your game is tight, though, there's going to be times where you're going to meet a chick.
You got to have that mouthpiece.
Right, you got to have the mouthpiece. But this is what I'm saying. If your game is tight, what will happen is that you'll meet a chick who's already, from the first time you start talking to her, who's already showing that initial interest to where she seemed like she would leave with you now. You feel what I'm saying? But you gotta know how to vet that. You gotta know, because you don't want to. You gotta know the difference between a woman who actually would leave with you or who's just there to talk to you. You feel what I'm saying? Because you don't want to waste too much time on that. But in general, you want to talk to as many women as possible. Go back and make your rounds, and then try to talk to the ones that you could get out the spot later on after that moment. You feel what I'm saying? So it's still a numbers game, but it's straight for that sexual energy as soon as you walk into the building. What you guys got on that though?
I was gonna say, guys got to remember this, especially when it comes to the nightclub scenery. Women are there for fun and adventure, excitement, fun, and adventure. You have to be something that they're willing to leave that scene for. That means that they have to see that shit in you. Like, I'm having fun here, but I think I can have just as much fun, if not more fun, if I leave with him. Because if they think they're gonna have less fun, they ain't going no fucking where. That's just my opinion.
Facts.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say, LDA?
I mean, you guys said it all, man. But definitely do what Lucario and what King Zad just said. What I do is I do this pretty much the same thing, but I do it on the dance floor because I love to dance. So I can feel out who I'm dancing, where it's going to lead to, because my dance is going to be sexual anyway. Then, like you said, I go back around, boom, and I grab her, like, yo, what's up?
No, and that's key. The key is too is that what's good about this with the in the situation of making a round back is that when you first talk to them, it's just the introduction. It's like, yo, blah blah blah, what's up? When you come back around, now they feel like they know you. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the thing. You see what I mean? That's why you do this. That's why you go back around. You know what I mean? So that it makes it easier for them to be even comfortable enough to just to hang out with you, because a lot of times when you be in a club or the bar or whatever, you keep running back into the same people if you're walking around or whatever. So if you already talked to the girl and you see her again, let's say you talk to a chick named Stacy. Let's say the club is like 2 floors or 3 floors. You might go up to the 3rd floor and you come back to the 2nd floor. You see Stacy, you be like, yo, Stacy, what's good? What's going on? You grab her back. You might dance with her like LDA does, or you talk to her, spit that shit. You be like, yo, listen, I'm not gonna go. Like, let's, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you already feel that sexual tension between y'all. Boom. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying?
But don't spend all night with one chick.
Exactly. Thank you.
Don't do that. Don't do that shit. Exactly. Because you fucking up your shit.
But you know what? You see, that's something you say that. Now, if it's one chick that you're feeling, now she needs to see you talking to another chick.
Exactly, right.
Dancing with another chick.
Right.
What you're showing is that you are what? High value. The other women want you. And so when you come back around, yo, what's up? Oh, I see you. She ain't gonna say it. I see you dancing that other half. Right. But I'm with you right now. What's gonna do?
Exactly. Nah, that's real talk. That's real talk, and that's what I'm saying. Where because the problem is, I see dudes, they go in the spot, they talk to the same girl for like 3 hours, and then nothing happened, and they fucking wasted their whole night.
You spent your whole night, bro. I can't remember if it was you that did the video or not, but there was a dude who he did an email. I don't know if it was you, Lucario, but he said he spent the whole night with the chick up to like 4 o'clock in the morning. And he tried to take her home.
Hold on. We got people talking at one time. Hold on, call. Let me have K-Zag and talk to him. Have you talk. K-Zag, what you were saying?
Okay, my bad. I forgot the call was even online. My bad. But no, let me say it real quick, caller. My bad. I didn't mean to be disrespectful, bro. But no, how the dude spent all night with the chick up until the time the club closed at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Then he went home. She went home her separate way, and they ended up being on the phone for another 2 hours until like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
I'm like, you spent 5 hours talking to that chick, nigga.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's a half a lifetime, nigga, talking to that one chick. Go ahead, caller. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just basically saying, like, you could talk to a girl for like 3 hours because they would talk to you, and you thinking you're going somewhere, and then towards the end they will flake on you just like it's nothing.
Right.
So I definitely get what you're saying. So what you taught me, Lucario, I can't lie, is like, you basically gotta like cut it short, you know what I'm saying? Because the girls definitely just want attention from you, and it would drain your attention. And then when you're trying to get something, they will flake on you, and you feel like you just wasted your time. You could have just talked to different females to see if you could get something from them.
Right. No, that's real talk. And now, like I was saying earlier, there's gonna be some times where, and this is where your game is tight and you're very aware of women, is that you may walk into a spot, and let's say you talk to the second girl you talk to, she's showing extreme interest, but this is why you got to turn it up. You got to start flirting, building a sexual tension, pulling her into you so you could see for sure, damn, this woman is ready to go. So then now you could talk to her for maybe like 20 minutes, if that much, 15, 20 minutes, and then just take her out the spot. And if she's willing to go, then you good. Because I've had shit like that happen where I've had women, like there was one time I was at this event and it was like this DJ there, a bunch of people dancing, whatever. This chick, she came into the spot and there's a part where you have to like sign in your name or whatever to, you know, so to make sure you bought the ticket or whatever. This woman, as soon as she came in, I was about to leave because I wasn't really filling the spot. So as I was about to leave, she came in. I started talking to her. We still at the door. She didn't even get past the door. We talked for maybe like 15 minutes. And then she says, hey, you want to like get out of here? So she was already ready to go. You feel what I'm saying? So it was like she literally just came in there and she was ready to go with me. So she was already coming out for some dick. So it's like exactly, that was it.
Let me say this. Caller. Some women go out for dick. They go out for some dick. They go hunting. She went hunting and she found what she was looking for.
Right, exactly.
And the other thing is you got to know how to read the subtle signals that women give. I pulled this girl at IKEA, whatever, you know, the place, IKEA.
Yeah,
the furniture place. All I did was watch the way her foot was pointing. Once I seen the way her foot was pointing, we were together. Next week she came over, she's breaking bread. Why? Because I just watched her body language. Not so much what she was saying, but her body language. We walked through IKEA. I had her picking stuff for me and everything like that. I made her with me that day. So it's all in, you got to watch the different nuances. Because women, as we said earlier in this broadcast, they're going to do things indirectly, but you got to know how to look. You got to know how to read them. They read what they're saying. She's like, you like that candle? Yeah, I like that candle. I don't like that one.
Right.
She's letting me know I want you. That's simple.
LD ain't telling y'all the truth. She was turned on because she saw a single man shopping for some furniture and shit. She knew that nigga lived by herself because there wasn't no bitch there.
Right, exactly.
She was like, I'm watching all this shit he pick out because I'm gonna come over and see that shit later. She
came over.
Exactly. That's what it is. But yo, man, I appreciate your call, my brother. So yeah, when you know what I'm saying.
Thank you for the game. I'm definitely gonna watch this back, most definitely, and observe everything. But what you told me, like, is basically everything you said is like you have to have energy and the mouthpiece, and you gotta read body language as well, and you gotta do it with the timing as well. So I'm definitely gonna take that advantage as well.
Reading body language is an art, bro. It takes a while to get to that point. It ain't no
right.
It takes a while to be.
So make sure you get out there so you can start getting yourself used to it. You feel what I'm saying?
It takes a while, bro.
Exactly. Like, different people's sections and stuff, because I mostly stay in my section as well. But I'm gonna definitely start venturing out.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, bro. Appreciate the call, my brother.
All right, you too.
All right, peace. All right, people. I got to head up out of here. So listen, shout out to my dude LDA K-Zagan. Shout out your stuff so people could get to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, LDA, do your thing, bro.
My name is Lawrence D. Adams. You can find me on YouTube as Lawrence D. Adams and on Instagram, Lawrence D. Adams. Subscribe. I just did a video to stop all this belly aching about women. That was the last video I did because it's about all these men crying about what women ain't doing, they ain't this like that. You need to man up and just have a standard of what women comes into your life. But you can find me there, Lawrence D. Adams on YouTube.
This is up. All
right, so it's K-Zagan 20. Y'all see it right there across the screen on a banner. YouTube channel's the same. I'm on Facebook now. I'm very reluctant for that. I don't like Facebook like that, but it's Kerry Keroy .K-Zagan. You can find me on Facebook too. I'm going to be doing videos to both now.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So guys, make sure you guys subscribe to Lawrence D. Adams, subscribe to K-Zagan 20. Definitely make sure you guys subscribe to the channels. We appreciate everybody tuning in. You feel what I'm saying? Thanks for K-Zagan and Lawrence D. Adams. Thanks for y'all for chilling with me today, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
It's been a pleasure.
You feel what I'm saying? That's why I like this StreamYard shit, because it makes it easy just to, you know what I'm saying? Like, just spread it around, you know what I mean? So
yeah, I love it. I love it.
So this shit is cool, man. And make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com. Make sure you guys get the book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, ebook, hard copy, or audiobook. Make sure you guys get those likes up. Appreciate all the likes. And yeah, I'll be back. What is it? What's today? Friday. I'll be back on probably Sunday night. I'm gonna do another joint. So we'll try to get this shit popping again. You feel what I'm saying? I'll hit you guys up and all that. All right.
Sounds good.
All right, y'all. Y'all be safe. We out of here. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We gone later.
Peace.
All right. Cool.